We're live. Hey,
Right
welcome
on,
back,
Chad.
Mario.
Hey, what's up, Chad?
All right, we're live. Hey, everybody. We're live on ReactJSLive.com, and we're streaming across our channels on YouTube, Facebook, and a handful of others too. So I just wanted to welcome you all back to our self-produced, awesome live channel where Mario and I get to learn through making code. We're developers. How many years have we been writing code, Mario? More or less.
Well, I don't know, combined between you and me, like 60 years now at least?
60 years. And in internet years, that's probably 1 million
Yeah,
years.
millions.
So, yeah, for some of you in the background, I've known Mario, I don't know, over a decade and a half, maybe longer. And we helped do a startup a while back that it ended up getting sold. And we did a bunch of cool stuff back then, and we've been friends ever since. So, hopefully, today's show will be amazing, and Mario doesn't get mad at me and hang up on me and end the friendship. No, I'm kidding.
Over it.
But I want to thank our sponsors who didn't pay us, nor do they know about us. The people who made your cool green screen.
Oh,
Let's
well,
let's check
thank
it
you.
out.
I like the alien. He's definitely a good buddy to have around. So he may change throughout the broadcast. Who knows?
Okay, so you've got some cool green screen skills. Green screen skills.
Green grills.
Green. You got some cool green gills. And this is how you do a live show, guys. Just take it from us. Our other sponsors who didn't pay us either would be Restream.io, where if you take a look here in the background, I'll bring you back up here in a minute, Mario. We're streaming over, we got an Electron channel for all you folks out there. What's up? Node.js. We're on Periscope and Twitch with the 0 views over there. But ReactJS Live, we got a lot of you guys out there. So whoever's watching this, and if you're on the Facebook stream, be sure to go over to our YouTube channel and smash that like button. Okay? It's a little joke that we have inside. It's all over the web too. Maybe you've seen it. Smash that like button. Do it now before we get started. We'll wait.
Do it.
Go do it now. Go to our
Do it.
channel. And if you want to go to our YouTube channel, it's youtube.com. Maybe you heard of YouTube, the second largest website on the entire web. YouTube.com/C for channel, not for Chad, because, hey, the more channel stuff we're putting out, the more my narcissism level is going up. It's
Don't encourage
youtube.com.
him.
I'm sorry, what did you say, sir? No, I can't see you. YouTube.com/C/ReactJS Live. We just got the alias the other day. And so I got Mario back. Mario, I know that that's just coffee in there, and it would never be mixed with Kahlua. But if it were, what's your brand, buddy?
Uh, I don't know. It's just that standard brown bottle with the yellow label, but I'm not drinking that now. I drank it earlier.
Oh, earlier.
So I'm
Good, good.
on
Well,
water.
oh, that's
Hydration.
nice.
It's
That's good.
important.
So we'll be taking a nap in about 15. Mario will be napping in about 15 minutes. So I'm saving as much time as possible because we're hoping that someone will jump in on our live feed or in chat and kind of give us an oversight of using the new React hooks. Mario and I have mentioned that we both have programming experience. His has been more with like Lua, Corona,
Yep.
and some of those applications. Can you describe? Those aren't desktop applications, are they? They're for writing code. What are they for?
No, Corona is a mobile app development environment and it's based off of Lua. So Corona adds a bunch of extra features like definitely for graphics, for high-speed OpenGL on the mobile platform. You code once and you deploy across the board with none or very little code changes. So that's what Corona's all about. Amazon Kindle Fire. It does iOS for the iPhone. It does any Android device out there. Apple
Wow.
TV. Yeah, Fire TV. It's a pretty wide variety of hardware targets.
We should look into it and see if they start to have an output to even to support React or at least React Native. I know that
They
would
actually,
almost not make sense, but
they actually deploy to HTML, kind of like the Unity game engine can deploy to HTML. Corona just
okay.
started doing that a couple years back. It's still pretty immature right now and not as robust, but who knows? There might be some hope. And I've seen some people brute force some JavaScript in there somehow. So,
Well, that's cool. That's cool. You know what's interesting? We were on a show the other night, yesterday actually during the day was night for Narendra. He's from our Vue.js channel, and he showed us something called Ionic, and Ionic was pretty interesting because it does cross compiling too, or it's basically like agnostic to a degree. But we'll have to look more into the Corona and Lua stuff. But yeah, it's good background, and I've got a background in web, a lot of years writing JavaScript, a lot of front end, a lot of stacks. but I'm coming up to speed on React. So I'm really
Huh.
happy to be one of the hosts on ReactJS Live and actually learn React Live. And I think it's probably better than having like, I mean, of course we want to have super geniuses on, and we have people on our team that sometimes come in and help us.
Sure.
But today we may fumble through some of the React learning, where some of the softer areas. So just stay tuned for that. All right, I'm going to close out this restream video in the back. You can kind of see the latency of our tune out there. And we got you. Let's not forget our sound effects in the back, so we kind of keep the right cadence. We've got the applause, which is, you know, you may not hear it on your end, Mario, but these guys are just cheering for us. They're going to hear it out there live. It's our people, man. I think they think we're doing a good job. We're doing a good job. So what are some of the other things we want to talk about? Mario's got a project that we've been working on, and we're going to really, I think in this actual series show, we're going to work on, it's Artificial Galaxies. That's the
Not yet.
.com, right?
Yep. Yep.
And artificialgalaxies.com is it's a brainchild of yours, and it's an evolution, but there's a lot of other things moving in the mix. It may evolve pretty quickly. It's got a group, it's got a website, which has a community behind it, the system and everything. It just needs people to move in. And what else do we got? We've got sort of this UI control that we're making that does it builds dynamic animals for these space. Can you explain it
Yeah.
better?
It'll go ahead and the idea behind it is to build an entire just data system. Right now, it's not a game. It's all about building a data set in JSON, so it'll be completely agnostic to whatever platform you're working on. And what it's going to do is, at the click of a button, you can download however much granularity you want in an entire galaxy for a game. So, bunch of stars in the galaxy. Then you drill down; those stars will contain races of species out there, types of aliens. Drill down even further, you'll get the actual biospheres on the planets, whether or not they have animals on the planets, spaceports, technologies. There'll be a macro level of empires, which are, think of all these as objects, object oriented, but by no means militant. They're just containers. So you got species in the galaxies. Okay, how many hundreds of stars does one species, inhabit? So on and so forth. And that way you can download this giant whopping JSON file of data and then parse it out as detailed or as high level as you want, just for testing, or
Yeah,
heck, build a game around it or something. So
that's
that's
cool.
it.
So
Short.
it's still forming. That's a good background, and I'm going to give you some applause for that overview.
I'll go on. All right, keep it coming.
I think over here at React.js Live, we like to we like to tell bad jokes for 99% of the video and then move into actually learning some React. So there's a lot of people out there in our groups who want to learn React, and I meet you guys on, because I'm one of the moderators and the admin of our like Facebook groups. We've got JavaScript and Node and React, and there's a few others, and even an Electron group. And everybody's interested in React, and there's different skill levels. So I'm going to go ahead and say that from a setup perspective, I feel pretty solid. Mario learned the other day we use something called Create React App, but in our case, we're using a Next.js setup, so you use that CLI command, which is like Create Next App, and it sort of did all the scaffolding for us. So we have a website that we're building for Artificial Galaxies, and then we're working on the components. Matt helped us the other day. So you may see some things in here that we build that's a little bit hacky in its iteration. It may just work, but it may not be the right way. And we want you guys out there to go ahead and say it. Go ahead and chat to us in our live feeds or out on the movies and just make fun of us and say, hey, dude, you did that the wrong way. It's okay. We're learning. But my
Bring
point
it.
of, right? And so like,
Yeah.
let's get down to it. We've done the preamble. I played the applause. From time to time, we'll take breaks and tell jokes. But without any further ado, I think it's time to kind of take a look at the project. Can we go ahead and share our desktops?
Let's go for it here.
Let's do it, man. And
There we go.
I'm so excited. We spent an hour preparing to go live, and with no script, no agenda, and we're just basically talking about what we're going to do. And so let me go ahead and click share on my end. And now we're just going to go for it. Let's just go for it. Yep, I see your screen. And then let me pull over OBS and make sure that I'm doing the right share. So like right now, it's just sharing my desktop. So for the folks out there in computer land, we use Zoom. We have the multi-monitor share, and then I set up these different scenes in OBS where you can kind of see this is Mario's screen large, and then this is my screen small. And since I have such a big ego, which only started a month ago when we kicked off the show, that's not going to work out. So I made this other scene where it's both of our screens, and then I have all this black area for our sponsors. So I just want to say thank you to our sponsors that are basically, we have zero. Here they are, black area open, and then a black area at the bottom. If you want to go ahead and sponsor on our show, go ahead and fax me. I have an old fax number. It's teletype. You can send me in all your credit card info, and we'll be taking up Patreon pretty soon. I'm not kidding about that. And we'll be figuring out how to monetize this channel a little bit better. But the way you can also pay us forward for making such amazing content is you can also smash that like button, share our content, and watch our videos on YouTube, because we need to get to about 4,000 hours. And so even though I said we were going to get started here, we are on scene 2 where you can see both of our screens. Mario, go ahead and start coding. Do your thing. I'm going to pull up the stats on YouTube, and I'm going to show everybody out there who's probably tuned in. We've been getting a pretty high tunage of about 5 minutes watch time on our videos, which is statistically pretty amazing, because usually YouTube says it's about 30 seconds on average, 2 minutes if you're doing great, 5 minutes. And so, you know, I'm just saying we're doing something right. It seems to be whenever I have you on, Mario, that we get a lot of kudos. So let me go into YouTube Studio and show the statistics. This is for my mom, my cousin, my brother, and Noe, who are the 4 main watchers we have, and anybody else who's joining us. Thank you so much. We're going to go to analytics, and we're going to show you guys that we've had some spikes on a couple of the videos that got caught trending, and they picked up the analytic feed, and it's pretty amazing to see these little mountains form occasionally on some of our videos. And I want to thank you, Mario, for being one of our co-stars that have really just made this happen.
I was born for the camera, Chad, born to break them. So.
Well, I really like that you got that permanent anger face going too with the purple lighting. I think you did a good job in makeup there. Whoever helped you out, it's good TV.
Cut.
Yeah. Makeup. So, how are we doing so far? Do you think we've dropped down to 3 viewers live, or are we at 4 still? Maybe we're at 5. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's all about the metrics, bro.
It's all about the numbers. Like, we're just going to sit here on ReactJS Live 24 hours a day and watch the live real-time activity. I did notice that we've gone up to, according to them, 1 live viewer. But, you know, let's just not trust that. That was at 11 a.m. and it is 11:40. So everybody got their updates and their notifications, and I'm just going to expect that it's going to go up to 4 any minute. But the point of this analytics is, take a look, guys. If you're watching this video and you want to help us grow and actually produce even better content with like folks who really know React, we're learning it. We'll be having other folks on, but look, we're at 600 hours. And only 7 days ago, we were at 70 hours. So that's a pretty good jump. We need to get to 4,000 hours. And some of the older folks like myself, Mario, you're a young guy. You maybe remember what was it, Jerry Lewis telethon.
Yes.
He's like, hey, all you folks out there, you go ahead and call in. We're trying to hit this number. So take a look at the number, y'all.
He had gravitas and was wearing a tuxedo. So if you want those numbers, bro, tuxedo next time, at least the top.
Tuxedo. Okay. Mexican poncho. Smoking jacket, that could work. But I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, the live code conversation, Mario and Chad, blah, blah, blah. I can't see the whole title. It says 2,600 views, but I went and looked at it, and yeah, it's almost at 3,000. It's like 2,800. So I was telling Mario, you might want to wear sunglasses out in public starting next week, because you're famous.
Okay. I can certainly try it.
All right, so I've talked it up. We're now live, and in a few minutes, while you're doing stuff, because let's talk about what you're going to do next. You're building Planets.js, right? Which is going to clone some of the feature functionality we have for code generation. Can you talk through that? I'll mute and let you just talk through it.
Yeah, it'll only be a minute here unless I start blathering on and on. So anyways, first and foremost, full disclosure, this is based off of a free version of the tabletop role-playing game Stars Without Number. And what it does is it provides folks a bunch of cool tables they can build these fake worlds on fake animals, etc., corporations, all based off of JSON data. So, for example, this architecture.json file has the architectural elements that you're going to have as a descriptor of a particular species or race. Like, oh, they really like oval foundations. Oh, it's cool. So in a visualizer, when you're clicking on the galaxy, you'll click on a star, you'll drill down through the star system, see a bunch of planets, and those planets will be inhabited by these races that'll have these particular trends. So architecture is not so great, but let's click on aliens. So the lens they view the world on is they're a collectivity. They have curiosity, greed, hate, whatever. You're going to randomly choose. Not so great. And then what's also going to happen is they'll have a type of social structure listed here. Again, all JSON data, all super agnostic. Body type will be one of these basic types, and you can get as detailed, like I said, or as high level as you wanted. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Whoops, I was muted, which is a first, right? I
See?
love it. I love it,
Oh
man.
wait,
I
you're
mean,
muted out, buddy.
oh, I'm muted again. Okay,
There
I
we go.
love it. I love it. Guys.
Guys.
Yeah, it's a first for me to not talk for 13 seconds straight, but let's fill the
Oh,
airways with lots of good jokes, but also lots of technical stuff. So on the left-hand side, you got the scaffolding that we did when we got from the command line where we ran our Next.js application.
oh, the entire thing. You betcha.
Yeah, and we're using the pages directory. So like, can you collapse some of those folders and kind of explain? And now I don't know if you're going to open source the code, but we do have the repo, and it is people can go look at it. So
Oh yeah,
um,
absolutely. At this point, this is all using stars without numbers. So yeah, I'm happy to put it on out there. We can let people link to the GitHub repo, fork it, mess around with it, learn with us, or maybe offer some corrections, whatever.
yeah, if anybody was to do any corrections, there would be a pull request, so they could get to the repo, do some coding, and do a pull request, which is essentially, hey. So can you collapse some of your folders and let's look, just take a quick look since this is the React.js Live channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time talking. This is the React.js Live channel. I'm so excited. Just a look at what was generated. Now, some of the stuff like the VS Code clearly is from the IDE. The components directory came out of the box. So did, I believe, the CSS and IMG directory. Node modules directory was generated, and so was public and style. So we got a lot out of it when we started off with the Next.js stuff. And I do want to recognize the fact that we're building our ReactJSLive.com site with Next.js, and they have something called Zit. Zit is the people who manage Next, and they do free hosting. So, like in a little bit, if we wanted, we could put up this whatever we're building on Zit too, if we wanted. Um, so enough of that. So that's the React side of it. Moving right along, you're going to want to create out the planet stuff. Where are you
Yeah.
with the code on that? That's basically going to be a copy paste and we're ready to go, or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just bringing in the world table of data, that JSON info we were looking at, and then we can start parsing it out and assigning it to the functions, etc. Right now, I'm just going to start with some basic testing and console logging, making sure that the JSON data is loading properly. Once I've
Okay.
confirmed that, then I'm going to start banging out the functionality to show the planet's atmosphere, the surface type, temperature, etc.
Awesome. Yeah, so when you're ready to do the integration of that, let me know. But basically, I'll give you the one, two. If you go down to the index.js file, you probably already know this.
There we go.
You'll notice that we notice on line 18 we have browser. We've called that component browser, and it was basically the animal generator, right? So
Mhm.
we talked a little bit about this offline, but you're going to probably want to rename browser.js to be something more like Animal Maker or Animal Generator. And after you do that, you're going to want to update index.js, the component reference, the file reference. There'll be a few places you change to be like that nomenclature.
Mhm.
So that's basically like back over, yeah. So back over in index.js, right? What does that say? Update imports. So look at that. It'll automatically change the code for you.
Wow.
Good.
Maybe I should say, how about yes this time?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Well done, buddy.
Yeah. So now over in index. Now that component name, let's see at the top of the page. There's animal browser, but your component is called browser. So let's update line 4, yeah, to say animal browser.
Okay.
And if the trick that we talked about before was control D, wherever you would have had browser, you
Oh,
would have selected all those. And then just, there you go. So that's cool. And then what about our, okay, that's, if you click save, now we're all caught up on that. This component is basically got that home const. It's a function component. So then back over in Animal Browser, let's check Animal Browser JS and make sure that our exports are called Animal Browser. If you go to the bottom, it's just called browser. So you might want to do a control D wherever browser is and just do Animal Browser to keep it all nice and tidy. And then so that opens us up to do the same thing since you're essentially cloning a lot of the architectural functionality for Planet Browser, or you could call it configurator. I don't care.
I like it. Let's see.
Or maybe just call it Planet Browser, but they are just they're generators, right? So I'll leave you to that. I'm gonna go do a little bit of marketing on my end and send this around live with our link. So that because I'm focused on getting us to that 4,000 view hour watch. So if you're watching this right now, this is completely produced without any planning. And in fact, if the power gets cut from behind us, then you're just gonna watch Mario code. No, I'm kidding. But we're working on the jokes too. We'll start writing those before the show. But right now, the best way you can pay it forward is the same joke as last time. It's a repeat. Go get that TRS 80. What was it? The TRS 80. Get your TRS 80. Get your 486 computers out of the closet over there, boot them up, put the modem on there, and dial into our YouTube channel and just let it play. Go to the videos all button, click the randomize and repeat, and let about 800 hours just play because that will help us out so much. When we get to the 4,000 hour mark, then yeah, I don't care what you guys do because we'll be essentially able to monetize on the YouTube platform. And I will say I'm very proud of YouTube for serving up some of our videos and our channel on their homepage. So, for instance, if you type in ReactJS Live over on YouTube's channel, you're going to see what? We're going to be in the rank number 3. So we're headed to greatness, Mario.
I'm
Want you
loving
to
it.
know. Someday people are going to confuse us with famous people, man. That's why we're doing this.
I'm bringing it.
All right, so I'm over here on my side. I'm gonna just keep talking to fill the air while you're doing your stuff there. Yeah, so somewhere between on our group, the ReactJS Live group, I welcome in the new folks and I say, hey, if you're interested in coming on the show, this is not like it can be so scary to learn React. Like I'm still trying to understand the full depth of how and when to use effect or use state. Like I'm getting into hooks, and I'm just like many people. I'm good at copy paste. I've got a background in web, and I can make stuff work. But to really understand how things work in their internals, that's an important part of the puzzle. And I think that everybody's got a journey with React. So I'm putting myself on the continuum, somewhere between beginner and intermediate, probably not in the middle, a little bit over towards the intermediate side, yet I know the areas that I'm soft at. Some of you folks who come into our mentorship, which is underneath this button here, you're literally just took like a 4 hour like video, or maybe you finished boot camp and you followed along, but you have no idea really what you're doing. That's cool. You're a beginner. You can come on the show, and we're going to go back to basics with you, and we're going to learn together. Some of you guys have come into the group, and you selected that you're expert, and I appreciate that. Like I can't wait to have on our live coding sessions an expert come in and just start hacking away, and we'll have another expert, and that'll be a neat session too. So for all those folks out there on ReactJS Live Facebook group, I'm going to paste our YouTube, and I'm going to basically grovel and say, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button over there on our live YouTube. And so, hey everyone, visit our live YouTube channel show now. We are coding Mario. I'm going to at you, buddy.
Don't do it.
I'm going to at you. Oh, different. Should I do Mario Bob instead? Mario. He's a real guy too. I didn't make him up. We were talking this morning from Paris. We are coding Mario Roberti's Artificial Galaxies project. So in a few minutes here, it's just gonna be like throwing some music that'll get banned by good old YouTube for being copywritten, I guess. I guess Mozart is. I don't know. I'm gonna throw that on. I don't care.
I saw you live streaming them the other day. Mad props, man. I like them.
Well, I thought it would be not copywritten, but then I got some sort of a notice from Facebook that, hey, we think your audio might be copywritten. And I was like,
Bruh.
is Mozart coming back from the dead on this one? He's got a
Maybe it's
claim.
who knows?
How are you doing on your side there? You got Planet Browser JS, you're popping, hopping and
I
popping.
think I'm crushing it. I'm still getting used to a VS Code. Shameless admission here. I'm coming from a Sublime background, so still getting used to the ecosystem in VS Code and its replace features. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. You've been really flexible with coming over to whatever is like the latest and greatest. I'm the same way. Like sometimes I don't want to change, but I finally realized with this MERN stack stuff, there's something to be said that's like with the popularity. Like VS Code is the best IDE. It's made in Electron. Moving right along. So Artificial Galaxies project. I'm gonna quote that. Hey everyone, blah blah blah. And then here's where I grovel. Please get your computer out and go watch all our videos forever and help us get to 4,000 hours watch time. Because I promise you, when we get rich on $2 a show, which is probably what it's going to equate to from AdSense, we're just going to share that wealth with the community, guys. We're going to just, I don't know what we're going to do. Get a paid version of VS Code. I have no idea. Do they even have a paid version of this thing?
I think so. Some of the bonus stuff, or we can go nuts and get JetBrains.
JetBrains. What is that? I know what it is, but what is it exactly?
JetBrains, the company that makes those bitchin' editors for web, PHP,
Oh
Storm,
shit.
uh, JavaScript has some killer one. It's very discoed out. They got a lot of functions.
I'm gonna take this grovel line off. Please get your computer out and go watch our videos. I'll just say watch all our videos.
Watch them
Oh
all.
shit! I just lost all that. There we go. I learned from Chase. I won't say Chase Rayner for once on our videos. I learned from
On
this guy with the initials CR that hey buddy, that cursing on the show is just—it's more like realism. What do you got there? You got a bust.
hey, we don't do it on purpose,
Unique
but
key
sometimes
prop.
it slips out.
Interesting. Yeah, you broke it, B. What is that coming from? Warning keys and index.js. Uh, can you scroll up? Do you have another error?
I've got many errors, buddy.
I think that you didn't import the component into index.js.
Let's see. All right. So let's start at the beginning. Planet browser called by index.js up animal browser. So
Yeah, no, what was the error? The error was on, you were actually looking at the animal browser, so it was mad. Um, no, it's index.js is mad, and a value prop to form field without an on change handler. This will render a read-only field. If the field should be mutable, use default value, otherwise set either on change or read-only. So that's something to do with what we did with Matt's code because we don't know useEffect really that well yet. And it's something to do with, but so it's kind of like an error, but like functionally it's still working. But I think where we're doing the on change event, you're going to be, this is going to be in the animal browser.
okay. There we go.
So they basically told us the solution is to like make it, what does it say, immutable or the value or whatever for one of them. So we'll just note that bug and not focus on it too much right at the moment.
Okay.
Does the app still function in the browser?
Let's take a look and see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep we'll probably move up to using either GitHub as our bug tracker, but watch out, buddy. But I'll keep a notepad for now. All right, come on up. No, dude, he gets jealous when you come up here, and then you guys start growling, and I don't like it. Stay down, Bandit. Bandit, Bandit, go play. No, he's gonna get jealous. Okay, come here. Sorry, Nano. Okay, don't let Nano see
Well,
you.
it's working. That's nice. In addition to the errors that we were running into. got it showing temperature, which is nice.
Now,
Great.
now is that animal specific or planet specific?
No, it's planet specific. So we have it
Wait,
set.
go back, please, to animal browser. I don't think that we want to be putting everything in one file. Like index is the main, it's a loader. Can you go back? I think I missed it, but back to source code. I'm totally missed it. I'm sorry I wasn't watching. So this is Planet.js, right?
Yep. Let's see, planet.js. Yeah,
Yep. And then index.js. Did you import Planet.js?
yeah. And all we're seeing is the console output. It's exactly the same as the animal one. So we're only seeing the console output of the different temperatures just to make sure that I was getting the
Can
data.
I see index, please? Index. So Planet browser. What?
I should have named it properly and called it Planet Browser, but I just kept Animal Browser in there and imported the Planet Browser.
So hang tight for a sec, okay? Can you go back to index, please? Okay.
There you go.
I was expecting that these would be two separate components. So you would import them both here into index main. And
Oh, okay.
so that's where I'm saying, like, let's keep the nomenclature, even if it's not exactly descriptive, let's keep it understandable. So animal browser is to import animalbrowser.js, and that's what the component is on line 18.
Mm-hmm.
Then make another import for planetbrowser.js and bring that into index.js. That was just what I was thinking, but if you think that that functionality belongs in animal browser, then okay, but
Well, I was just building it on the existing one that we had previously, where we're reviewing the animals. Now we've instantiated a bunch of separate planet objects, and
right.
we're able
I
to drop
understand.
them in there.
We're making so one thing does one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The animal browser is a configurator to get animal stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the planet browser, we may want to use that independently elsewhere, sometimes not loading everything in one thing. That's why this is like component architecture. So yeah, use basically put any like modular component into index.js and keep functionality separate.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We'll still get the same output in the console log. You'll still have
Mm-hmm.
access to the different guys, but let's just try it. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it all goes in one file. But yeah, that's at least from an organizational, it sounds a little bit easier to start with, and then maybe the way you were doing it was better. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that'll now output two of them. Correct. Yeah.
Ah, look
Yeah.
at
So
that.
now we can have like a planet builder and an animal builder.
Nice.
Yeah.
Slick. That's really bringing home the component-based architecture paradigm to me right there.
Cool.
That's
And you can have multiple components. I guess they would call them. And again, I'm new to React, but this might be like considered a higher order component when you have like, let's say we had something where you're like, look, dude, I want a page that has the planet configurator and the animal configurator and the shoe configurator all in one component, and we'd
mm-hmm.
call it the configurator browser, and that would be a higher order component, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, again, I'm learning React, so I'm gonna let one of my dogs out because he's getting
You're going
jealous.
to configure your animals.
Yeah,
See?
yeah,
You
but
see what
then
I did there?
and it's what's nice is that this application, like, let's say I come along. Can you guys be nice? If I come along and I want to build an application against this React app and make my own front end or do a mobile thing, I'll be able to
Yeah.
take the pieces that I want. I could do a pull down menu that goes to just the one piece.
Nice. Oh, this
Cool.
is killer. Well, I was really, really bringing it home now. I'm really digging this. So
Good, man. Yeah, you got that. You've got that long-standing object-oriented background, and there's some things to with the separations of concerns that are good in React. And I'm
and
new.
again, put it out to the audience. I'm not militant about it. I know there's a lot of folks that take it to heart and utilize it to the fullest extent. Me, I'm more about using them as containers. I want something to contain another object to contain another object. So I'm not even utilizing inheritance, polymorphism, components, mix-ins. So yeah, I can't even spell UML. So just so
Good
you guys.
one. That's a good joke. I think I'm gonna get a laughter audio for those dry moments where like I'll laugh because I'm laughing, or how
Yep.
about or a cough like, or how about a cringe sound? What's a cringe sound? No, like laugh audio. That's good shit.
Ooh, that'd be
I can't even spell UML, and it's like ha ha ha. Laugh audio.
have some guy just coughing in the background.
Let's. I don't think you're gonna be able to hear this, so I'm gonna have to do the picking on the audio. But that's pretty good. It's pretty good. But we got the what would be the good laugh tracks? Laugh tracks, right?
Yes.
Let's get some laugh tracks going. Hollywood laugh tracks. Oh, I love it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and violate copyright policy live on video here by opening 4K downloader and get this thing down on my desktop because that's what's up.
Not over space.
What is this? Give me this laugh track. Yep. We're the first ones to do ReactJS Live where there's some comedy stuff. But later when we have Microsoft as a sponsor, we're going to have to be real serious. Serious.
I'm very serious, bro.
Downloading the clip. Bro. When we really need to get that... Let me turn this damn laugh tracks off. When we really need a good laugh, we're going to go for... we're going to watch some of that Leon Lush where he does the guys.
That guy is hilarious. I mean,
Yes.
no, he's not.
He's not hilarious. Okay. Soon I'm gonna do some code. I think I'll work on the navigation, the footer, and maybe the theme for the little site. And that way it gives you room to do this build out that you're doing. And then I'll help you eventually style the index a little bit. But we may end up making a component. Like you notice how we're using index.js and it's loading everything in.
Yes.
Next.js has something called layout. So we'll probably make something called layout.js and use the layout tags. And then we'll probably make a file called like configurator. And then we'll move all that import code into it. And so that way our site is like literally using configurator with a layout and all our components will start to line up nicely. So,
Killer. Yeah,
right
let's
on.
bring it. I'm almost done with this. A little more testing, and we'll see how it works out.
I'm going to play the laugh tracks after that. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's slow in the draw. All right, it's good. We got everything we need. We got classic music. I'm groveling on the... Dang it. Hey, everyone, visit our YouTube channel. We're coding. Please get your computer out and go watch all our videos and forever. That's not funny. Please get your computer. Just, all right, I won't beg them, dude. Just go watch the stuff, guys. Guys. I'm going to schedule it, too, for right now. So screw it. It's on its way. There's a couple guys in our group that I want to give a shout out. We got one live viewer on here. Oh, they pop off every time I scroll up. They're going to drop. And they're like, I don't want to talk. Whatever then. See you later. Thanks for coming by. I'm going to like it. Who liked it? David Lakotas. Thank you. Thank you for that one like. This is why we do it. This gentleman, Ravi Shukla has some really good posts that he puts together on his website. He's got some good code. He shared sign in with Google, and he's got a new channel that's come out, and I'm going to give it some airtime here. And W3 Path tutorial. I'd love to have him on our show sometimes and make fun of us for not being
Bring it. Absolutely. Welcome. Get him on out here.
Yeah, I'm just going to... Hopefully he'll catch this clip, but it's a little deep into it now. So, all right. Anyways, a like on that. I click share on that. And what's next before I dive into do some coding? I'll share this link out a little bit. Now that I'm on Facebook, for all y'all out there, while Mario's doing his thing, if you do something called like a permalink, it doesn't have to say permalink, but just make a comment on a live feed. Oops, that was not it. That's our YouTube share. If you have a Facebook Live going, you can go down to the live link, and if you get a comment and you go permalink, I just say permalink, it could be like ASDF, you're going to get this 1 minute symbol, and you go right click, open a new tab, you'll get the permalink URL. Take off the comment after the query string, and that URL can now be shared into all the many other groups. And for all of you guys in the Electron group that just joined, and we've got 100 people like in one day, it stole you guys from the Angular groups and the React groups. I'm going to show you an Electron app that I've been working on my side here. So here we go over to GitHub desktop because it saves me time, which is money. And I'm going to get out of your project for a second, and I'm going to go to the React Electron, and I'm going to show you guys that it's basically a 31 browser Electron app. Save me some time. Let's open it in VS Code. I love the time savers there. Okay, there's the, waiting for it to pop up. Electron React Live. Open in Visual Studio Code. Okay, then I'm going to start the terminal and click execute. And what this allows me to do is during the show, like soon we'll have someone not just Mario coding, but someone else coding too. And it'll be like pair programming. I'll be doing like actually sharing the URLs around. I got to get my dog because they just want to play fight in here, then they want to cry out there, and then play fight in here. But let me start up this Electron app, and I believe it's npm start. And all it is a quick start application in Electron, but I've gone in and I've used the web view, and I've also used a jQuery, which I promised every time I said jQuery I would do boo. Not because I hate jQuery, but because it's legacy. But I know you love jQuery.
jQuery is great, dude. Whatever, at the end of the day, whatever tool you use to solve the problem at hand, done. The end user doesn't care the latest and greatest features or how you did it. They're sitting at home using a web app, and they just want it to work at the end of the day.
True, and that's a good point. Like later on, we may end up doing mashups, but one thing to think about is compatibility. Is there's ways to make React and jQuery work together. Some people argue for or against it, but the main differential is that React is using virtual DOM, and jQuery currently manipulates the actual DOM nodes. So that's where it can be a kind of, it's not so much about style at that point, it's actually compatibility. So one over the other, you're right. You're absolutely right, Mario.
Yeah.
But when I say jQuery, I promised the audience on ReactJS Live I would. I'm playing the sound. Oh, my favorite part is right at the end here. They really get crazy. Listen. It's not playing.
We got 30 seconds to burn. Oh.
There's like this one long moan, like, oh, boo. Okay, enough of that crap. Hopefully we got some chuckles out there, but I think we probably got some tune outs. So for our one live viewer, thank you so much for sticking with us. Let's make some freaking code, man. I got my Electron app. It's running. It says something else is running on port 3000. That's your app running. I'm going to say yes to run it on a separate port. And you're actually going to see a modal application pop up here in a second. Everything's going to slow way down. A lot of memory is being used in this particular app. So let's... Wait, what up with my app? That's not what it's supposed to be doing, man. I love this live TV. Why it wanted to start up on 3001. Let's go try to start it again. Oh, I started the wrong project, guys. Guys, wrong move.
Guys.
Okay, back over to GitHub. And I'm looking for ReactJS Live Electron. Yep, that's it right there. Open that in VS Code. Same story, different moment. Gonna go to terminal and choose npm start. So before I start this, all this really is a jQuery app, boo! And it's got like some includes to jQuery, boo! And it does all these URLs into a dynamic web view with a drag and drop. So let's start this puppy up. npm start. ReactJS Live, Electron.js Live, Node.js Live. Mario, take a look at my screen. You can see how I do this thing called marketing, also known as spam. And it's going to load up all of our channels on Facebook. And I can just basically type to everybody in one place. And then here's all the Reacts, which I'm a member of 31 of them. And I noticed that I've been being set to like moderation before my posts go out lately, so I wonder why, dude. They're like, this
Come
guy Chad again, huh? But yeah, it's really going to run slow when you run this many web view containers. But
get
there's
a
the
close up of
secrets.
my head. Sorry,
It's
had to
okay, I'll
adjust.
do mine too. Um, what do you think of my marketing marketing tool?
I like that. I especially like the reactive pseudo mobile layout. That's very compartmentalized. I love a grid layout any day of
Look,
the week.
well, look, they're all drag and drop too. So like it's on a draggable deal, so they can be moved around. So whatever. Um,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, it's a cool little framework. I'll show it to you later.
look at
On it.
that. That's glorious.
It is pretty nice. I'm a member of a Discord channel. I think it's called ReactFlux. Victoria French turned me on to their Discord, and they're super engaged, and they're like trying to refactor jQuery stuff. But anyways, they got a lot of good tips on how to migrate from jQuery stuff to React. You could even throw them a bone and be like, look at this framework, let's rewrite it. So I'm gonna say, hey guys, we are live, and there it is, React.js Live. Post that, and I want to see on mobile mode. I wonder if that's actually going to be a live feed. It sure does look like it. Yep. Let's see. And I'm going to say the same one. Come check us out.
Check it.
Creating
Check it
React.
out.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to basically do this like 30 times while you're doing stuff over there. Let me let my dogs in. They're being nuts.
Those dogs.
Well, it's just Nano and Bandit. Come here, guys. Will you guys be good boys? We're on the long coding hour here. Get down, please. Okay, so I did those two. Let's build up some user base here. I'm just gonna share that. Not even leave a message on that one. Moderated. So like Facebook has this sort of like anti-spam AI bots. So like, hey, looks like you're doing a lot of this stuff too fast there. But I don't know if they've caught on to this like multi-group messaging yet. So hey, come check us out. Live learning React. Literally learning React. Let me thank our sponsors, which is currently we don't have any. Thanks, guys. Um, I think I'm going to thank you. You're sponsoring me by even just joining React.js Live in the early days, beta baby. Um,
Folks, you just got to jump in. It's nothing to be freaked out on. So you're learning. You don't know anything at the beginning. How else do you expect to learn? And I find being on camera makes me A, not pick my nose, and B, pay attention to when somebody's talking like Chad. And if he knows what's going on, great. I can learn from him. If not, we can both learn together. It's all about putting your ego aside, leaving it at the door, and then just jumping in. You saw
yeah,
my nasty cut and paste session. I mean, that's probably killing people out there. Like, there's so many better ways to refactor that than cut and paste. And it's like, well, I don't know how. So let me know. VS Code refactoring.
no, you
That'd be
did
good.
great. What was that joke you just had? That was the best joke of the show so far.
Oh, it was, I don't even know how to spell UML.
No, the one it was just, I'm gonna have to go back. It was just a minute ago. It was like literally 10, 15 seconds ago.
Damn.
Um, don't worry about it. You're amazing.
I'm dying.
You're the new star of the show. Nothing like making yourself the star. But you know, the one thing I've noticed about React, and people talk about it a lot, is there's a lot of copy paste, dude. Like they copy and paste components and then modify them. And you do want to write higher level code that's reusable as much as you can. But I've been a big fan about like someone creating an IDE that generates for larger applications, generates the front ends. There's a couple out there. They'll come about. All right, so let me get this sharing out. Come see us live. I feel like kind of dirty when I almost want to say like come see our live cam. Like right? It's like two ninety
I've
nine a
seen
minute.
I've seen particular clubs, gentlemen's clubs that have, you know, that kind of advertisement. So I mean, it's up to you.
2.99 a
But
minute. Come see our live cam. Every time I share one of these, it's like your post has been submitted pending approval. We'll
well,
know who kicks me out of the group every time I load this up in future shows, and it's like the group is no longer in the window. I'll be like, hey, say hey. Come and check out our live coding session with React. And like right now, you're not doing so much React specific, but you are working in a React application. But we do want to come up to speed on hooks. So
Yep.
anybody out there who's watching can certainly come and give a
Hooks,
dissertation.
hooks, hooks,
Hooks,
hooks.
hooks.
Hello, children. Comfy, cozy.
Yes, sir. But
The
it's
hook
all about
reference,
views.
no one gets it.
What's that?
That was a Hook reference from Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman Hook movie.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, we are live.
Yes.
Come check us out. Yeah, I for sure am getting post moderated. Like last night when I did all this, it was join our Node.js group, which is growing, our channel.
For live cam.
Yes, live cam. All right, there's your app. Click me, Planet Zero. You can probably put some better labels on that stuff pretty soon. Hello. Oh no, we are live. ReactJS, come and check us out. Smash that like button.
Guys.
Post. Only 20 more to go. This is my life. Okay. Now everybody knows their secrets of how we get so many views and so many subscribes. Hey,
Millen.
join us. Be one of us. I'll just say that. No. Hey, join us. We are learning React Live on ReactJS Live.
Look at that.
What you got? Nice. So whenever you make a milestone like that, where you feel like, okay, I've set up a bunch of new files and I don't have errors, it's probably a good time to commit.
Let's do it. Okay, so Chad, remind me again. I'm using the desktop version of Git. It seems to be a little easier, at least for me, versus the command line. So
Me too, bro.
here I am, and I clicked the wrong thing. So here I am. I've got my stuff. It shows the changes in this column.
Yep. Go down to summary. Come on, get down.
Be helpful to your future self. Put a nice detailed portion of the description down there saying exactly what you did.
Yeah, like added the planetbrowser.js file and the imports in index.js, and then you could write a description about it.
And you get super verbose down here. Okay.
Yep. You got to think about the next person who's going to come in and be like, what did they do on this commit? A lot of changes happened. So some folks commit on every file create, like they'll, and you can what do they call it? You can not shelving, but I can't think of it right now. But you can stack your commits. I forget the right term. Locally, you can commit local and then push them all at once. So like you can make this commit, and then you could go and do more work and make another commit, and I believe they'll all stack locally, and then you can push all at once. That way you can undo some of them if you want. But don't quote me. I use the GitHub desktop too, dude, and I'm learning. All right. Hey, we are live learning React.js. Come and listen and be part of the fun.
Now I noticed one of my below it's on desktop Git is actually hitting the push origin. After you do all this down here,
I know.
Not done until you push it. Smash that like button. Smash that push button.
Yeah, we're gonna have a limit of 17 times that we can tell that joke in one live feed. Guys. And I feel lunch coming on pretty soon where we're gonna play some reruns, including that video.
Yeah, I think we're making some progress. Anyone who's interested to see where we were 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, check the previous videos on the channel. You know, that shows again, we step into it, we're like, okay, what are we going to do? Then we formulate the plan. Okay, quick, let's do Artificial Galaxies. Okay, what does that entail? And then boom, boom, boom. And we're building on it slowly and surely. And I like good progress, even small progress.
Yeah, you're doing great. And I wouldn't mind finally looking at your documentation if you want, because your project has become more serious to your series, the Mario series. We're going to get serious. Can you not chew my shoes? Gosh.
Chew a shoe.
These dogs have destroyed everything I care about except for my heart. They've made that enriched. But I always find like a little nibble hole in everything, including stuff that I really care about. And it's like, there we go.
chomp it so fast. JavaScript and component-based architecture is definitely
Get
the
down.
future.
Okay, guys, come and watch me shoe my dogs live on ReactJS Live. We are live on ReactJS Live group. Come and hang out. All right, boom.
All right.
Oh God, I pressed the wrong button. I
Oh God.
had to call out to the Lord. Oh God, get down, boy. I like how he paused me. He's like, hey. My dog knows React. That's it. You probably read it about as good as I do, huh? I'll bring him up for the showcase here in a second. All right, the 77th message of marketing here. Hey, who wants to join ReactJS Live's marketing team and do this for me? Hey, who wants to watch us live learn React.js? Boom. Only 4 more to go, boss man. I'd like to thank our sponsors, TBD.com, to be determined. But all jokes aside, we will be the #1 ReactJS Live channel in the hemisphere, the world sphere.
You see?
Oh gosh, there's even more. We are live in React.js. Boom. Post that.
All right. I see here. I see the code that was Brian helping us last time?
That would be Matt.
Matt put in here, and I was just about to put in Stringify in here, but it looks like he's already got it set to go. I was just kind of curious as to why, when I was clicking on that page, so here we click on planet, boom, it spits it out there. It's JSON and it's stringified, but I was kind of curious if there was a prettify option in there to bring it each element on a separate line.
Yes and
So
no.
I didn't want to reinvent the wheel.
You can't do that in just a plain old HTML text area. You would have to use something like what they're using there on JSON.stringify site where they've got color context. We'd have to bring, and there is stuff in React that's probably got like a styled text area, and when you push code to it, it recognizes like I did one with Markdown the other day, and the Markdown sometimes has JavaScript in it. As for examples like that, and there's a Markdown library for NPM. Yeah, React JSON pretty. There you go. So you might end up, let's check some of that out. We can import that in and maybe make that happen.
Everybody out there, just use Google. I mean, I didn't go to a mountain and meditate for like 17 hours to get the answer. I just Googled like everybody else. There's no shame in that, you know? You got to start somewhere.
I'm pretty sure that most of our viewers have, in the ReactJS Live group, have Googled. But let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. Can you tell I'm getting hungry because I'm starting to be a jerk? Is that a jerk mode?
I think we're coming up on a great lunch break stop in the next like 5 or 10 minutes. I've accomplished what I was out to do.
I feel that too. Do you feel some hunger pains?
Yeah. And again, just to reiterate, as far as the whole target of this entire project, for me at least, is A, learning JavaScript and React, and B, going through my data from the smallest object in the universe to the largest. So we started at animals. We've now got planets. So after this, for the next video, we're going to do star systems with multiple planets that you can drill down on and see the different animal types, etc. And then just keep on moving up and up and up. So we're crushing it. I'm really stoked.
Yeah, I'm having fun too because I'm about ready to start throwing some code down and skin up the side a little bit, and I can contribute with bad jokes. So I think for the intermission, how long are you gonna need for the lunch? Because I'm gonna go put something on and let it cook. I'll come back and like do this, but I might just put a video up playing from our past videos.
I'm thinking I could probably use a good 10 minutes. I gotta.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. I'll put our #1 video where you've got almost 3,000 views of your beautifulness.
Obviously, there's something wrong with the algorithm on that.
But before we close out to the intermission, I'm gonna go ahead and put up the guys video. What do you think?
Guys, I think
you want to see it? My hunger pains is getting bad, boss. So yeah, that's a good segue. So in about 30 seconds here, get everyone out there, our one viewer. I guess my mom tuned out. She has other things to do. We're going to take an intermission and then come back and continue to work on Artificial Galaxies. And this is my last message to all the React land out there on Facebook. It'll be fun to come back and see how many blocks I get after that. But nothing like cross-promoting. Mario, what are you going to have for lunch? Please tell the viewers.
I think I'm heading for some sort of like sauerkraut with some crackers. Probiotics, definitely pretty good. Trader Joe's brand with some pickles. And I might heat up some rice and add some kimchi too. Again, more probiotics.
Mario, where's the guys clip, man?
Guys.
Globals. Man, we need to go work on this in pre-production. All right, Mario, I will see you in about 10, 20 minutes or whatever. Feel free to pop in and out while I look for something to play while we're going to be on intermission.
All right. I'm gonna stop my video.
Can you make sure, are you all committed up too so I can get the latest?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, boss. I'll see you back in a little bit.
You shall.
All right, I'll play the stuff behind the scenes. There's the sound, applause, boo sound. Where's guys? I don't want to have to YouTube Google it. Hey, what are you guys eating? Can you stop whatever? Don't eat the plant. Man, you guys are full time. Material, read me, globals. There's 1,000 carbon based. There's the translate file. Cleanup. All right, I'm going over to Google. They made me do it. We're going to close out the React Electron app. For anybody interested in this Electron app, feel free to hit me up on the Electron group, which isn't listed here, and I'll give you a copy of the source via GitHub. So let me close that. That thing did its job. Well, I should probably just close this. And then if I go over to a thing called Chrome, and we're on YouTube, and we're going to take a look for, what are we looking for? It's Leon Lush. Gosh, it's so hard to find his video, though. I'm going to look at my desktop, which is going to be a mess. And it's probably over here. Oh my God, guys. There it is. Oh my God, guys. I love this guy.
Guys, y'all not gonna believe what I found, guys. I was just walking through my own backyard on my early morning jog, guys, like I always do, guys, and I found something crazy, guys. You're not gonna believe this, guys. Yo, guys, if you want to see what I found, guys, you gotta smash that like button for me. Guys, if you want to smash that like button for me, please smash that like button, guys.
Whoa. Hold the phone, Leon. What the hell are you doing out there?
I'm just trying out a new style of content that has been proven to work quite well. I wish you would just give me a chance.
Okay, I'll...
Guys, y'all not gonna believe what I found, guys. I was just walking through my own backyard on my early morning jog, guys, like I always do, guys, and I found something crazy, guys. You're not gonna believe this, guys. Yo, guys, if you want to see what I found, guys, you gotta smash that like button for me. Guys, if you want to smash that like button for me, please smash that like button, guys.
Whoa. Hold the phone, Leon. What the hell are you doing out there?
I'm just trying out a new style of content that has been proven to work quite well. I wish you would just give me a chance.
Okay, I'll play along. What do you got?
You're never gonna believe it, guys. I was just walking through this park. It's so crazy. Guys, check this out, guys. Monkey in the tree, guys. Monkey in the tree. I found a monkey in the tree, guys. Guys, monkey in the tree, guys. It's fucking crazy, guys. I can't even. I'm running from the grass, guys. I'm running from the grass. Look at the grass, guys. Look at the grass, guys. Look at the grass, guys. Look,
please stop.
The grass is touching my feet, guys. The grass is touching my feet. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I can't believe this shit's happening, bro. I can't believe. Look at the holy fucking fence. Fence, guys. There's a fence. Look at the fence post, guys.
You beautiful bastards. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Welcome back to the Leon Lush Franco Show, and let's just jump into it.
Guys, y'all will not believe what I just found, guys. I was walking through the park on my early morning jog, guys, and I came across something crazy, guys, right in the middle of a park, guys. You guys are not gonna believe what I found. If you guys wanna see what I found right now, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button right now, because my discovery is insane, guys. You will not believe this. I cannot believe myself. Everybody smash the like button right now to see what I just found, guys.
All right, so now you've had a quick glimpse into where my intro came from, and honestly, you've got a little idea of what we're up against in today's video. But before I talk about that disaster, I want to talk about something that I actually love, and that is having the time and the resources available to make these videos for you guys. So one of the driving factors behind me making these videos is being able to have sponsors that work with creators like myself. That's why I am thrilled to introduce you guys to today's video sponsor, War Robots. Now you have a way to support the Tomato Mafia without spending a dime and having fun while you're doing it. All you have to do is click the link below in my description and play a free game. War Robots is a free-to-play 6v6 tactical robot warfare game. It features a massive selection of robots to choose from, and most importantly, it's fun to play. I myself have been having a blast playing as the Fury robot. He's got long-range power, he's got 3 upgradable sniper-style weapons, and it really suits my style of long-range play. With over 70 million players worldwide, stunning graphics, and a ton of maps and upgrades available, War Robots offers countless hours of fun and an unparalleled mobile gaming experience. When you download War Robots via my link below, you receive a free bonus pack that unlocks the powerful Leo robot, which is pretty fitting considering, I mean, boom. But you also get 4 upgraded weapons, 100 gold, and 400,000 silver to spend on whatever upgrades you want. This will give you a massive advantage to help you start owning noobs right off the bat. So if you like fun games and you want to help me continue to make videos like these, use your iPhone or Android and click that link below in the description and download War Robots today. Now, shifting gears here back towards content that's not fun and free to play like War Robots is, I recommend getting your cyanide pills on deck because we are headed into the trenches and it's going to be a battle. Introducing Eli Socre, a YouTuber slash modern day revolutionary, in all honesty, that has somehow managed to amass 761,000 subscribers without having a single shred of watchable content on his entire YouTube channel. Now don't get confused. Eli has over 570 videos on his channel. 0 seconds of watchable content. To give you an idea of what we're working with here, just look at this. Look at it.
Oh, look at that, yeah. Look at the AIDS. Oh, it's so... Oh, the titles and the thumbnail, oh my God.
You know, looking through Eli's video page here, it's not so different than looking down a microscope at the inside of a cancer cell.
Really, Leon? A cancer joke? Don't you think that's rather insensitive?
You know what, you're absolutely right, and I do apologize. I will make sure to keep my jokes to AIDS, cystic fibrosis, and lupus from here on out. No more cancer jokes. Now, it's one thing to hop on a trend, right? Make a video about something that's popular at the time and get some views. I'm all about that. Leon Lush loves that shit. But it's another thing to make 68 videos about Georgie and Pennywise. That's right, 68 videos about the movie It. Now, more recently, maybe you're familiar with this Dame Tu Cosita song.
Dame tu cosita, dame tu cosita,
It blew up not that long ago. It made its rounds on the internet, almost has 400 million views on YouTube. And what does a normal person do, right? You make a video, maybe 2, talking about something that's trending to try and get a few views yourself. But what does Eli Socre do? Well, he's on some next level grind shit. 29 videos in less than 3 weeks about Dame Tu Cosita. That's right, I said 29 10+ minute videos about Dame Tu Cosita in less than 3 weeks. So to see how bad it was firsthand, I decided to participate in a little game called How Long Can I Watch Eli Socre While Sitting Next to a Large Kitchen Knife Without Actually Eviscerating Myself. And the results will shock you. He is the definition of quantity over quality. 2, sometimes 3 10-minute videos every single day. The goal! Now, I think it would be too painful, physically and emotionally, to watch more than just a single video from Eli Socre, so I want to steer our attention toward his channel trailer, or the video that he chose to feature on his YouTube homepage. Because typically that's the video you want the world to see to showcase, you know, your best stuff, right? And I mean, it's got 7.3 million views. 7.3 Gulp. Million views, so it's probably gonna be pretty good. Playing with Jordy Boat in the water, he attacked me. OMG.
Let me show you guys what I just now found. I just found George's boat. That is George's boat. Just sitting here in the middle of the park, guys.
Now, a lesser-known trade secret amongst the YouTube community that only some of the most elite YouTubers are privy to is the fact that the quality of one's video is directly correlated with the amount of Vine Boom sound effects. Turning to the right, Vine Boom. Important zoom in, Vine Boom. Punching a monkey, Vine Boom.
Just sitting here, Georgie's boat, which leads me to believe Georgie has to be somewhere around this area, y'all. Oh my goodness, I see footprints too. Look, there's footprints too right here. Little footprints. That has to be Georgie's footprints, y'all.
Now I'm kind of on the fence, to be honest, but yeah, I think this might be fake.
You know, and you know, the crazy thing is there's water right around this area, guys. There's like a little lake.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a lake by the park that you're in? That is crazy.
I'm gonna take this boat, go to the lake right now. Everybody smash the like button, share this video, turn on post notifications if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, go subscribe to my vlog channel, link will be down in the description. Go also follow me on Instagram, link will be down in the description at Eli_so_Craig.
Woo! That was a mouthful, bro. Can you just put that in the description so I can read it at least? That's too much to take in. Anyways, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of absolutely nothing. The meat of the video is sure to be coming up next. Oh, how wrong I was. No meat was in sight, only fluff. With 5+ minutes of him walking around aimlessly in the park talking about absolutely nothing, we're finally getting to the climax.
Alright, we're gonna be riding his boat. We're gonna disrespect Georgie. We're gonna ride his boat in the sewage water. Woo! Yeah, disrespect it, yeah. That way. What a nice boat. Yeah. What a nice boat, Georgie.
Finally! It gets good. I mean, I wasn't sure it was going to be worth the wait, but it's not very often you see boating skills like that. I mean, that is truly remarkable.
Why did you do that to my boat?
Because you just left it there. Why would you leave it there for? That's your fault. You should have never left it. Don't get close to me, bro. We gotta run. Georgie's after us, guys. We gotta run, guys. Georgie's after us, guys.
Oh my god! Run! Run, Eli! Eli, get out of there, Eli! Eli, go, Eli!
Alright, guys, so I just got away from Georgie. That's all you guys have seen.
What?
He got upset because
You got away?
I played with his boat.
You got away? You got away? What a roller coaster ride of emotions. Oh. An 11-minute video filled with absolutely nothing except Vine Boom sound effects. 2 to 3 times a day, upload those. 762,000 subscribers. If you read between the lines in this video, you literally have the success formula for YouTube. I mean, just get a cheap camera. Shit, use your phone. It doesn't matter. Just record yourself for 10 to 11 minutes doing absolutely fuck all. And then search on YouTube Vine Boom sound effect and rip that shit and toss it into your fucking video editor. And then just get your copy-paste fingers all warmed up because there's going to be a lot of copy-pasting going on, and then just fucking upload that shit. I don't know why more people aren't doing this. This guy had 7 million views the last 30 days. 762,000 people watched a video from this guy or landed on his page somehow, and after they were done, they sat down, briefly took a pause, subscribe to this man's YouTube page, and beat the living piss out of them until they can give me one decent reason why that was a good idea. Just one reason that makes sense. Until then, I will just sit here patiently, befuddled and disenchanted. I'm too depressed right now to do that. So we're just going to wrap things up. Make sure you download War Robots. It really is a fun game, and I really appreciate those guys for sponsoring this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm having fun, right? I get a little dramatic for the sake of the camera, but no, actually, you know what? I was pretty dead serious in this one. What the fuck? What the fuck? Be sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and if you could just do me a small favor and just get a little travel-sized bottle of hair conditioner and squeeze just a little bit of that in each one of your eyes, and then take a bottle of pepper spray.
Okay, guys, we're still on intermission. Got some tacos cooking in the back, and just checking in. What's going on in ReactFlux? What is this? Introductions. Oh, what? Okay, cool. Oh no, we're live. All right. It's youtube.com/c/ReactJS Live. We are live and on.
I'm back, buddy.
Are you back? Hey, dude. Hey, over on ReactFlux, they Gabe asked, "What's our YouTube channel and FB group?" So that's under introductions. We are live on
Nice,
lunch.
look at that.
Yeah, on lunch intermission. Mario and I are working on Artificial Galaxies project and learning more about hooks. Lots to do. Happy face. And then my Facebook group is HTTP. I hope I don't get booted for this, but whatever. HTTPS Facebook.com/groups/ReactJS Live. We would love.
Oh, let me grab some water and I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, my burrito's almost ready. We host all levels of React skillsters? No, all levels of React skill. We host all levels of people learning React, beginner, intermediate, and expert. Thanks for asking. All right, so I guess I'll just ship that, and then we might want to tighten up our game a little bit because ReactFlux is a Victoria French told me about this one, and these guys they're on it, man. They are super supportive. They have like code reviews. Like if you go like Mario, if we asked right now like how do we do this stuff with like use effect, and we pasted the contents of what we were doing, someone would like answer it like right away. So they're a really good resource. So all right, so let's keep it professional. When I eat my burrito, I'll be sure to mute. But there's our. We are now famous on ReactFlux, and I did go over under general, and I just kind of talked about some stuff there. So I'd recommend here. I'll put this in the chat so you have an invite to this. Invite people, and then let me just find you. Now everybody in the world knows you're a user, so you will get some new friends soon.
Bring it. I need all the friends I can get.
That's what I say. But I got you, bud. So how was lunch? You already ate?
Still mowing. Forgive me.
Yeah, no worries. Maybe I'll put on some music in the background and mute so we can chew and stuff. Because my tacos are almost ready. So I'll just leave this intermission thing up. Right now we're just sharing my desktop. Let me switch over using OBS to now show the dualing monitors. There we go. And I do want to do an Artificial Galaxies. I guess since we got no sponsors and I got no good English, I'm going to make an Artificial Galaxies logo and stick it up at the top. You're our new sponsor, bud.
Got to have a galaxy in it. That's my one requirement.
Can I get it off the Facebook group? Did you ever do something there?
No, actually, I was waiting to start pushing either these chats or the stuff in Corona also. I don't see why not either.
I'm going over. Let me see what the group looks like. I could almost like just take a screenshot of this little guy right here. You know, it's almost just like paste that in there at the top of our feed, but like the project, like I just want to be lazy as possible. What do you think? So there's the galaxy, and there's the word artificial galaxies, right? So I'll just copy that image and I'll use paint.net, and let's go, paste that. Come on, computer, you can do it. It's like an old horse. You're like, come on, one more tour of dirty. Come on, you can do it. Let's go, baby. Copy the image, paste that image, and then we're gonna just make your logo live. Window layers, add new layer. There it is, and then I guess just right over the top of it, we're gonna go to 72 point, and I'll just type artificialgalaxies.com project. And then if I go to effects, drop shadow, I can choose white, and there we go. Is that approved for the folks out there?
I think why not? That looks great.
I did chop it off, so let's just, nothing like repeating steps. And this time we'll get it right. Artificialgalaxies.com project. And then go to layers, adjustment, effects, object, drop shadow. Did I spell it right? Yes. Okay, and then I just hit all that negative space, right? And then just gonna crop that image, crop the selection, and then I'm gonna go File, Save As to Desktop, and I'll call it PNG, AIG. So inside of OBS, we can import a graphic. So you just basically go to here, go to Sources, +, and I forget, image right there. That's a tough one to figure out. And then you browse for it. Desktop. College friendly paid off. You can just tell with all of this. And there we go. Now we know. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Artificial Galaxies Project. Cool. Okay, since you're tuned out, I could just guess you're just applauding big time, so that's cool. And then while we're waiting for our lunches, let's put on one of our other shows for a little bit while I go and get my lunch going, and then we'll get back to coding. Well, there you are. All right, so I think in OBS, yeah, your screen is showing. We got our banner at the top. It's pretty hot, dude. React, baby. Mario, do everybody a favor and get familiar with where the React documentation is from reactjs.org. And just like while you're working through this stuff, maybe occasionally try to like just give it a read so you're learning while we're doing this.
Definitely.
Because I'm going to do the same. Like, I'm telling everybody out there, I'm somewhere between beginner and intermediate. Some things are going to be really naturally easy to me because I'm not new to development, but some of the newer things like React hooks or looking into, even suspense, some of that new stuff that isn't even official yet, official, I still got a lot to learn. So you'll see us struggle here and there, but it's fun. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to mute, and then your screen is sharing, dude, and I'm going to pull up on my side a video with some audio from our ReactJS Live YouTube channel. And last week we had only that view. Where's the video with you and me? That's the big one that YouTube picked up. Back on stuff brought in. Okay, so we'll just start that one over. So this video is a history of sliding. Where we are with the project. Every last minute.
Yeah,
I was like, one more thing before we hang up. Okay. So far so good. We've got new subscribers coming on our ReactJS channel. It's over on YouTube. The tiny URL is tinyurl.com/learnreactjs. We've also got a ton of other channels, JavaScript, Node. We even have a Vue and an Angular But primarily, just to kind of recap, Mario and I have been friends for years. He lets me talk and talk and talk, and he just rolls his eyes, and I know I got to shut up. But he's been a longtime developer who's been writing some cool code, and I helped him make some spaghetti JavaScript HTML code with some jQuery, and we're going to be converting it to React pretty soon. Maybe a little today and a little next time. What do you think about that, Mario?
I think I'm down for it. I also cleaned it up. You'd be proud of me. We got rid of all the extraneous code from the last session, and I got it up on the code sharing site Replit, but we're not locking into that. We're definitely talking about some various collaborative coding tools out there, so we can learn a little quicker and keep it on the screen and keep people engaged instead of watching a couple of knuckleheads joke back and forth. So
Blue knuckleheads.
Fist bump.
Yeah. Okay, so check it. So I can't remember the names off the top of my head, and that's a good intro. And that's why my colleague and friend says that your audio voice is so soothing. It's so wonderful. I think you're destined for greatness, and I'm going to come along with you, okay? So,
yes.
Code collaboration, I think it's Codio is one of them. And then there's, so like Codio, I can tell by the home screen, this ain't the one this is not the one I was looking for.
Atta boy.
This ain't it. But I've been watching too much YouTube stuff. But there's another, if you type in like live ReactJS programming, got a leak?
No, that was just me.
Okay. I was like, oh God, hold on. My mom's calling me. LiveJS React Programming IDE. So we're working on a way to figure out how to be able to share both of our desktops at the same time. And apparently Zoom, which we're using now, says we can do that, but we weren't able to do it. Might require a reboot, or we just missed something. But that's for future stuff. So for our 4 viewers out there, just stay tuned. It's going to get even better. So React IDE, here we go. Top 5 IDEs. If you get something on your end and you want me to screen share on your end, I'm definitely talking fast because we don't got a lot of time. WebStorm, ReactTide, top editors.
The bonus part that we got to make sure it has is real-time collaborative action.
Yeah, and that has not been something I've been able to find yet. Like what I have been able to find, I was just helping. Who was it? I was just helping someone with their code, and I put it on this live stream. And we'll find it right now. So if we type in like web-based React.js JavaScript, maybe a visual will show the IDE. They do look a lot like. Oh God, I'm bombing here. We're bombing. Let's close out the theme. Let's quit. Let's start over. Oh God.
Forget it. I'm out.
We're out. Okay, just like that one. Remember Airplane, the movie?
Yeah.
Nobody else will remember, just us. So okay, maybe I'll slow it down. There's one, man, where it's like, all right, what is it? Okay, web-based React.js IDE editor.
Collaborative.
Well, yeah, I don't believe that they have that yet. Like, okay, let's see what this is. Dang, this stupid page again. I mean,
love that.
I know. Code Sandbox. Look at this bad boy. All right, so I think that this is the best one we have so far because we're going to be able to connect a GitHub to this account. Then you can probably make changes to it, and I can make changes to it. I'm not sure on that, but I do believe that it will keep separate sessions, and that's why when we get dual screen sharing, and I can put my blue hands up here and do dances with them, we're gonna be awesome. So notice that they've got like other start-offs for like raw JavaScript. Here's Vue, React is blue, vanilla JavaScript is beige, and red for Angular. Okay, so React. Let's go to React. So just a quick run through, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, and Mario knows everything. So just go ahead and direct message him, all 4 of our users, and he's going to help you. If you need any free help, he'll come to your house and teach you hands-on. He just told me. He told me in direct chat. So, okay, joke's over. All serious time. Open React. So take a look at this, Mario. Notice like right here, this gave me a startup housing for React right here. Like we could have gone with plain vanilla JavaScript, and then notice over here I'm already connected with my GitHub.
I
And,
gotcha. And
and
so I just went there, and just a heads up to folks, you'll need to log in with your GitHub. So if you don't have a GitHub account, get one, and it'll auto log you in. And just so I can follow along, Chad, I logged in, and which React did you choose out of the templates?
they just defaults. So like right
Okay.
now I'm defaulted. What I'd like to do is figure out how I can, since I'm logged in with GitHub, see if it's possible to open up a GitHub repo, like the Mario test that we have.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I have not yet seen that. And so now we kind of see the requirements what we want. The nice thing about this thing on the left is it's got a library where you can run an import. These are the problems that guys are having when they're like on our groups in Facebook and they're like, hey, I want to show, why is this not working on CodePen? Well, it's because you pasted a bunch of React code, but you can't do an import in CodePen properly on some of the stuff. Some of it
That
you
sounds like
can.
that sounds like a beginner move like I'd make. So I feel their pain.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I blocked him. I made sure he never talked to me again. No.
Good.
No, I struggled with it too. And I was like, this code pen should work. And it didn't work out. And even I couldn't get the guy's code to compile with this, but I could at least get his libraries. I digress. He was working with old code. And like I said, I blocked him. So
That's cool. Well, I got your same screen open, so I can work, along with you as you go through this.
Well, I think we're talking collaboration here, so I want to be like, how can I bring in, like, why would we connect with GitHub if there's not a, like, I could fork this, but how do we, let's figure out how we can open a repo.
It's over on the side column, fourth icon down under
Beautiful. Here. So you need to own this, so I can fork a sandbox, but how do I, but I just don't, not seeing, I'm just not seeing how we could open one.
Ooh, look at that live icon down there at the very bottom on the left side. What's that all about?
Where? Live.
That
That just means live. There's some fitness tips in there. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay, like herbs, spices, and lots of hydration. Okay.
It says I need to own this sandbox to open a live session to collaborate with others in real time. Fork this sandbox to live share with others. See, I told you it's just about eating right and being healthy.
Nice.
So
fork it.
Okay, yes, sir. All right. Oh, hello, Code Sandbox. We're live. Lettuces for breakfast.
Send me a link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And anybody else? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll get 2 keyboards next time, so I can type faster. Thank you, dude. My jokes are on today. Let's take a break. The guys over there in our 4-person viewer land. Feel free to go ahead and hit this link up. If you come on in and you're amazing, then you can have my job, which is amazing. I get to be live on Saturday, and you can talk to Mario. Okay, my last joke was better. Let's get you going over here. Mario, how am I going to share this? On Discord?
Yeah, why don't you send me that link on Discord, and let's see what I can see.
Are you doing like roundabout management? You're like, why don't you go ahead and...
Why don't you go ahead and, what would be great is if you could wake up at 7, be on live streaming at about 7:30 or 8 o'clock at the latest.
I shared it in our, yes, of course. I don't know why I got a shadow on my shoulder here. It's really ticking me off. This sun, I can't deal with it.
All right, let's see. I see the link. I'm clicking it.
This is a time check. We got exactly 50 minutes, Mario, so I'm going to need you to type 2 times faster.
Wow, I got it. I am seeing your items. Nice.
All right, well, so I don't know. Now the next thing with this IDE thing would be like, I know we could probably push it to GitHub, GoHub.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a way to fork it and save it. Like I could have swore I opened someone's repo on one of these things. There's another one out there that's good like this, and you can pull in repos. If this thing doesn't do repos, I say we use it for some learning, but we want to get to the Mario test repo, right? At some point.
Yeah, that'd be optimal, I think.
So we can export to zip. Help me out. You were so good on the last one. Deployment. Netlify. Dope.
Mm-hmm.
GitHub. Sign in. What the?
I think actually you should hit that little live button over there and go live, homie.
Well, I know. So like export your sandbox to GitHub repository name. What the hell? So I'm now logged into GitHub. I can create a repo, Code Sandbox client. Yep. All right, maybe the best thing to do when we get down to coding is do something other than just screw around here. What am I doing? Help me out. Where's our 4 users supposed to help us? Privacy, public, create a template. So we're in a sandbox. Click go live. I'm live. Sorry. Forgot to listen to you. Don't fire me. It says I'm live. How about I give you out that link? Your audio might have dropped. I don't hear you getting happy.
Oh, no, I'm very excited. I'm sorry. I muted because I was busy.
Mario, where you at? Still eating, bud?
Reactor leak, very dangerous here. Do not engage. Here I am, buddy.
Okay, yeah. I think, oh, there you are. Cool. I mouthed those tacos, man. So that was interesting, right? Like, I mean, we're live. We got like 4 live viewers. You know that message I put on ReactFlux? I put it on the wrong channel, so the guy like called the moderator. Let's see the excitement unfold. I mean, this is ReactJS Live. If we want to get in trouble with ReactFlux, let's see. It kind of rhymes with like who gives a fuck, but I'm sure it's introductions. I put it. It's supposed to be to Gabe here in introductions because he asked, but I put it in general, and then he said, "Chad, I don't know what that is, but it seems like it isn't the right channel for it." So I did the party favor and the cry face, and I deleted it. But I like this guy. I'm gonna message him because he looks like a serious React pro, and see if he wants to be friends. Maybe come on the show and show us what's up. Are we gonna get back to coding now?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should wrap it up with working on the star object, adding some methods to the planet objects, because depending on how the planet's environment is set up, then it should select a certain type of animal. So I think that's a great, kind of shoehorn of adding methods, interfaces to the classes, etc.
Can you share your screen? I don't see what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I haven't done anything yet. Just run that past you to see what you think, and we'll take it from there.
I think what I'm going to do is make a list of stuff to do because there's a few things I wanted to run by you too, and also want to be cognizant of time. Because after I eat 2 tacos, like in 30 seconds flat, I'm just like, man, maybe it's time for a nap. No, I'm kidding. No, but I want to knock some stuff out because we're ReactJS Live and we're doing some cool stuff with React. But I do want to come up with a list of stuff to do on my end. So I'm going to, number one, I don't want to be like the guy who made sure logo and you're stuck with it. But I think I want to put a logo in the app, right? I want to clean up the navigation so that it can go to the different component views if it need be. And I want to style the app. That's stuff to do. It doesn't matter if you do it or I do it. And then you said you were going to do some stuff on there. What was it again?
Want to add the star object, populate the star object with an array of planets, and
Rad.
have the ability of the animals that are going to be on the planets affected by the type of weather that's on the planets. And that's already built in. I just got to add some methods for detection, and then we'll take it from there.
Cool, man. And so, just again on time check, it's 1 o'clock Pacific. Are we thinking we're coding for another hour or half hour? How you feeling?
Let's aim for a 2 o'clock wrap up. I think that would be a good amount of time for us to get some basic stuff in there.
Yeah, me too, man. Because I think that we've come a long way on getting a couple components in there and styling it out a little bit. So that'll be fun. So the rest of the show, no more jokes. It's just going to be straight coding and seriousness. Let's do it. Are you ready? Okay, jokes from you. But I remembered what joke that you said that I really liked. It was, you like to go live because it keeps you from picking your nose.
It's true, man.
All right, baby. Back to ReactJS Live, y'all. And so I did watch a little bit of our past videos. We have come a little bit. I'm going to bring up the docs. And I'm going to start styling this Next.js app that we have going on my end. So let's bust out. I'll play a little bit of music on my end too. So I don't have to talk the whole dang time.
Also, so I don't step on your toes, I'm going to create a separate index page for me to use just for some basic testing and visualizations.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. You don't need to do that. I mean, because I'll merge whatever you change. I won't be working on index.js, but we did talk about maybe wanting to create a page, a component page that is doing what index is doing, and then importing just index. Importing it into index as one component.
Okay.
So I think kind of to what your point is, let me see what your screen, can we take a look at index.js?
Yeah. Let's see. Also, I pushed the latest build, so.
Okay, I'll get that down on my end, and I'm actually going to do OBS to go full screen on your stuff. Let's see, there we go. All right, so now we're full screen on Mario Live. So I guess the gist is that this index.js is doing a lot, and it's kind of like main, and we really want to make sure that what we're doing next is like, why don't we save this as? Is this in the pages directory? It is,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So should we call this like configurator.js?
Yeah, I don't see why not. That's
Okay,
a good one.
let's do a file save as and call it configurator.js.
All right. Do we want all capitals on that first one?
I would say follow the nomenclature that we've done. So title case, yeah, like with the first letter, I think is what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some more coffee. So we'll target the 2 o'clock time frame and then a bunch of outro jokes. So we might go to like 2:05, big boy, unless like the star of React pops in and we have to keep going. But we're putting in our time, we're putting in our effort. We've gotten 4 live views today. That's what's up. So yeah, I said I was going to play some classical music, didn't I? I'll play that for the audience out there, plus for my own headspace. Where is this? Oh, we got Boo Audio ready to go.
Got to get the earbuds here.
Yes, sir. That's so funny how that gentleman was like, moderator. I always think that's funny. It's like, how did the moderator miss it? They're not doing their job. Maybe they're watching right now. Maybe they're live going, what the hell? Classical music for brain power, it says. There we go. Facebook is going to mute this, I'm sure. They have a mute first, ask questions later policy.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you have to like click it, and they make you sign your life away when you go to click. It's like, you better not be misclicking this copyright, because we'll let the video audio back in, but you better have the rights. It's like, good lord. I think we have the rights to play classical music. If we don't, Mario, I'm going to need you to pull together the band, and we're going to have to play some Sonnet 23 from Bach, and make it all from scratch.
Personally, actually, my favorite is Invention Number 13 by Bach.
Okay.
You can do harpsichord or orchestra, but Invention Number 13 is pretty glorious.
Awesome. So where did I leave you hanging? So you got configurator.js. I would take a close look at what do those other components look like browser. We want it to be more like Planet Browser. What does the head look like in Planet Browser?
Let me see.
So look at the top of that. Notice there's only 2 imports, and only one where we're using useState and useEffect from React. So we're not gonna probably need that. It does. What is that? Import planet from planet. Oh yeah. Do we need that? What's up with line 2? Do we need line 2?
Yeah, that one's actually importing the planet class and assigning it to the variable planet.
Oh,
that way
got
we
it.
can instantiate down
Yep.
here.
It's importing the JavaScript file. So go back to configurator, which the file should have a capital C on it, boss.
Oh.
Not like it's anything that you, or does. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. Okay, just look at the files. Index doesn't, but Planet.js does, and Planet Browser does. So
Oh, yeah.
So I almost don't care. But just
I don't mind keeping the classes with capitals, but
they're components. So
yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna say go with title case, but yeah, whatever you want to do.
Wait, I will make it happen.
Okay, but configurator JS needs to have capital C then.
But index has lower.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Yeah. So food for thought, right? Then let's just leave index alone. But okay, configurator. So like, configurator doesn't need all those imports. Like index.js is gonna do all that. So much like, forgive me, much like Planet Browser, yeah, we don't need to bring in the head and the nav. Yeah, dump all that stuff.
Clean this up.
Forgive me while I cough live on your channel.
I can't believe you're doing that.
And I'm not even sure if you're going to need to import React from React. Maybe you will, but go ahead and save, because again, looking at Planet Browser and Animal Browser, those don't appear to, do they need it? Can you take a look at Animal Browser? Oh yeah, it does import React, so yeah, we'll leave that line over on configurator.
Remove the use state part?
Let's leave that alone for now, because we still have a bug to deal with that, so let's just leave everything from that. But go over to configurator, and we're going to leave import from React. You import the two components, that's great. So this thing's doing the job. Can you get rid of everything for now between the apostrophes on the style JSX from line 21? Just for now, yeah. Okay, and then it's exporting it as the component called home, but really, like, do we really need to call that home? Call that configurator. Let's make it configurator. Come here, boys. Come on, Bandit. You gonna be a good boy? Come in here. Hang out with me. All right. And I don't know if you need the head in this either. Index is going to handle all that, I think.
Yeah. No nav?
No nav. Right. And you can even, for now, we can just take out that other, you need one div, like get rid of line 8 and 9. And then the extra, is that line 10, delete line 10?
Okay.
Let's remove line 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. So we're just kind of set up to style this later. Looks like we're getting an error on Planet Browser. Looks like you're on line 3. You got the way you're calling the file in a little bit weird. Capital. Can you go back to configurator, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
On line, no problem. Line 3, capital P.
There we go.
Okay, so save that, and then that squiggly line with the closing slash on line 8, is that going to go away? Why is that?
I think that may be having to do with one of my other linters that are plugged in.
Can you mouse over it and see what it's saying? Uncloser. Yeah, okay, I guess it's nothing, right? That's that false stuff. We're going to fix that later, too. Probably soon. Okay, well, now we have configurator.js. So now you're going to go to index.js and you're going to import just configurator.
Okay. So just do that and configurator.js. No, we don't even need that. Okay.
No, that's correct. Yeah, and you don't know JS yet. And we dump line 5. And then you're getting rid of line 18 and 19. But instead, it's going to be configurator.
All right.
That's a lot of stuff, but yeah, it's going to be more organized that way.
I like it.
Let's hope it runs. It should run good. And I'm going to Google for the audience out there, because again, we're learning React on ReactJS Live. We got lots of folks on the team who are very good at React, but learning some other technologies, and we're kind of on the learning React side right now. But on this particular, yeah. So what do we got there? Use takeout mat. Did you pull that out of something?
Let's take a look. It's still in Animal Browser, but it's not in Planet Browser.
Can you put it back instead of pulling it out? Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, we'll deal with that one bug that we're getting with setting the default value stuff really soon. And we should have logged that bug, but let's not worry about it at the moment. Could you also maybe it says click me? Can we be more descriptive on the buttons? We could probably put some labels in to make it spread out and look a little better. I don't know if you know about CSS, but you're able to do with Next.js. They really want us to put the CSS inside of the component with JSX styles. Okay, boys, you're gonna be bad boys. Go outside and play. You're gonna tear up my socks. Oh, whenever they have a sock, they get in a big fight, so that's always fun. Now I'm going to look up what higher order component is. What is a higher... Let's ask Google. Hey, Google, what's a higher order component?
Here's a summary from the website ReactJS.org. A higher order component is an advanced technique in React for reusing component logic. Concretely, a higher order component is a function that takes a component and returns a new component.
Okay, so that's not what I don't think that's what we're using here. I think that when you just have a component that has other components inside of it, I guess I don't know what the term that would be, like a multi-component, or maybe it's just a component also. But still learning the terminology. And for the folks out there who are super geniuses at React, feel free to come on our show, demo your skill sets. We've got projects going on and a few different folks that join and have different skill sets. I don't know about you, Mario, but I kind of learned hands-on. That's why we're just going to build this project and learn as we go.
Yep.
So you're able to load planets and then load animals, and then you get that dynamic JSON right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a look at this introduction to higher order components and see a code example. So a classic example, functional programming. Okay, multiply that by that. Yeah. Higher order component in React. Const reverse, past component. Cool. Props, span props, yep. That's nice. First of all, understand how the app works. We use random user.me. Cool. Here's how our feed component looks. It simply passes the received contact data into the feed item. Interesting. Okay. But notice the export statement is different from the normal case. Instead of feed, we're up to loading. Look at that. Some good reading for later. I'm actually going to share that over in our ReactJS group. I'm going to put it in the learning units.
Cool.
Let's go over here and paste a Rooney. Oh, no display. There we go. Post. Cool. Still not kicked out of Reactiflux. If anybody from Reactiflux is watching, scratching their head, just know that we've got a new channel. It's only 30 days old. And here we have a ReactJS group, which I'm going to pull up. I just went to it right now and sort of shared this introduction to higher order components. Only 3,000 members, but the thing about these members is these are folks who are really focused on React, and we've met a lot of people in this group who like coding it. So feel free to join it, and we're all learning. Some of us are going to be better than others. I'll be intermediate probably by the end of January for sure. Definitely picking stuff up. So I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna start coding the style of this thing. Have you done a commit lately on your biggest move?
Yeah, that was the last one right before lunch. If you want, let me push these.
Yeah, that would be nice, because then I'm actually gonna start styling this site a little. Maybe do a navigation or two, update, put the logo in there. I'm gonna mute too. My dogs are having a party. So.
Dude, they got the right idea.
Yeah. You got that right. Don't worry. 2 o'clock's gonna come really quickly, and then it's back to. I want to take my siesta for sure.
Then it'd be like, all right, let's see. There we go. Okay, we are good.
Lately, I've been doing Next.js with material design, so I'm gonna try that again. Just so you know, I'm gonna add that.
Cool.
Well, apparently Warner Music says that we're playing their. It contains music that they own. I love that AI stuff, man. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Glorious.
So they're telling me I gotta stop my. Hey, I'm gonna stop the dang. Yeah, let me go stop the music. What a buzzkill! That's like when you're throwing a party and your family comes home early and they're like, "Party's over." Back to
You're like,
full silence. What the heck could I play in the background that they're not gonna claim? Somebody's always claiming something. I
oh,
guess I
Bandcamp has a lot of good music.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, them or SoundCloud or whomever.
And it's free to list like stream, like no
Well, I don't know
issues.
about that, but
Exactly.
it's
I've been looking around, man. Copyright free audio. Online
incompetent.
royalty free music. Did you send me something?
Yeah, that Incompetech site. I think they,
We'll find
might
out.
want you to say, hey, they're streaming it. So
Incompetent
Incompetech.
and music and also graph paper. Cool. So can I just press play on something?
Go
Or I gotta
find some music.
I gotta install this thing.
No,
Nice.
royalty free music. There you go.
Deep and dirty. Halfway mystery. Getting it done. Desert of Lost Souls. Look at that. Download, wave, and license. That's what I'm saying. These guys want attribution. So bouncy driving is from who is this? Let me play it. Listen now. Yeah. Oy. Everybody's got to make their 3 cents. Cheery Monday. That's what I need right about now. Let's go for it. I wish you could hear this. It's so cheery. Dude, I can't do this. It's like a mime chain.
Too damn friendly.
Well, I know some audio that is open source, that whatever, but we're not monetizing right now anyway, so don't let me distract you. Just go back to dead silence. Thanks, 2019. Special spotlight. What could I play? Like royalty free Mozart. Let's see if somebody didn't charge to play Mozart. I'm sure that's what he would have wanted. Was royalty free music tracks by composer Wolfgang on it. Yeah, he would have liked everybody else to make money off of what he wrote. And the spinner.
Excuse me.
Bless you, man. Mozart, play. Let's see. There we go, dude. I'm finally soothed. Over here at ReactJS, we only play the finest. What is that called when it's MIDI sounds that are playing Mozart? It's awesome.
Ancient MIDI synthesizer.
Here. I sent that to you, bruh. We got 7 somethings. We got 1 like, okay? So just know that 2 hours equals 1 like. So if we want 100 likes, I think that's 200 hours we got to put in, bud. So let's work on it. I'm gonna import material design, and I'm checking out their menus right now. They're pretty dope little design library framework, maybe. Muting. Man, I love this new website I found. Super classy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't gotten a notice from Facebook yet that says Time Warner is mad at you. They don't even. Oh, here it is. Warner Music Group rights management claimed your video because it may contain music they own. Boy, it's just such a. Is mad at you. Oh, did they claim the whole video? Your video is partially muted. Make sure you only. Warner Music Group rights management claimed your video. I don't think that they. Maybe they do. Boy, it's just such a. Is mad at you. Oh, did they claim the whole video? Your video is partially muted. Make sure you only. Warner Music Group. If you do not have permission, your video will be muted during any segments that contain this music. Boy, it's just such a. I think we'll just post partially muted. Oh, did they claim the whole video? I'll just leave it. The video is partially muted. Whatever, dude. YouTube's a lot less crazy. Lesson learned. This one right here is royalty free. Proud Music Library. I think I sent it to you. I have to remember that one. I'll put that in our main Discord too. This should break. What? I thought I got an error. I thought it was mad
Hey, wait, what actually happened to the dope ass chill hop music that one of the channel members made for us last time? Remember?
That was me, and same thing. Like, it was posted on one of those sites that say this is free and open source, and then you use it, and then the guy got a claim, and I went and checked it, and he's like, "Oh, if it's not for profit, all you gotta do is click 20 buttons inside of YouTube." But Facebook is just. I mean, I could play it, and maybe the guy wants $5, and I'd be happy to give it to him. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Right on. Whatever's the biggest hassle then.
Yeah, right. Warning, failed prop provided a value prop to the form field without an on-change handler. This will render a read-only field. Yep, so we're still getting that same error. I logged that bug in a file called bugs.txt in the public folder for now, and I'll commit that in a minute. But I did get a menu system up, dude, so I'm going to commit if you want. Are you ready to take a commit?
Yeah, and I think you'll be ready too. I altered the animal object, but it still works, so.
Cool, just a time check, it's 1:45, so if we wanted to get to a point, I'm going to show you the menu, and I just wanted to keep that out there.
Yeah, let's do this. How about another 10 minutes and like 5 till we wrap up, show each other what we've done, what our goal was, and if we met the goal, and then we'll set the gears for next time as far as what we're going to do.
Okay, then I'll work on the menu a little bit then for 5 more minutes or so and make a commit, like make some changes, then make my commit. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay.
Open menu. Mario,
Yo.
sorry to interruptify you. You look like you're in the middle of something.
No sweat. What's up?
On the top of the menu, it says Open Menu. It's just the first button. If we were gonna get to this configurator, what would be the name of the button on the menu, my friend?
Let's aim for. Dang, this is still kind of a browser, and I don't want to overcomplicate the name.
Could change it. You just want me to call it?
Just call it a Planet Browser.
Planet Browser? Okay, thank you. I'll be back soon.
Cool.
Oh, my mute's not off. Huh.
That's right, buddy.
You hear me breathing. I could probably do for a commit, and I might even throw in the footer. I wasn't sure if you'd gotten past the part you're at. And I'm not in a time rush myself, but I know we were targeting 2. Just checking in with you.
No, definitely. Let me go ahead and commit.
Is your stuff working?
Not quite. I wouldn't mind a second pair of eyes on it.
Yeah, let's take a look. If you got a few more minutes, let's. It's probably best not to commit code that has bugs.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me turn off this music.
Alright. Let me do a commit of 9.
Does it run?
Yeah, it runs, and the error is I'm trying to pass a variable into the
Can I see it in the browser?
No. I'll explain it. Alright. Browser time.
Pause this.
So, click on load planet, and it chokes.
Yeah, so we don't want to commit stuff like that. That's like a main file. So it'd be better to leave it out.
I got a backup one added and named for later use that we can come back and go for it. But
yeah, so let's see what you got. What's going down? What's it mad about?
All right, so the change I did first is I passed a variable to the instantiation of the animal called the planet. That's supposed to be called from the planet object here. Create these. This is the actual self object, and that has the the temperature variable that I'm looking for over in my animal. I checked for a null value, so that way that was supposed to be the backup in case we still used the old creation method. If it wasn't a null, do our new stuff. Otherwise, do it the old way. But it chokes out, and I'm trying to narrow the error message down here. You provided a value prop to a form without an on-change handler.
That's an old bug. That's not the bug that you're having an issue with. That was from
not read length.
Let's read what's read in the page first on line 46. Let index equals that. So cannot read property length of undefined. So it's undefined. That's what it is in 46.
Alrighty.
So what's happening on 46 is you're not getting animal.trait template.length. You're not getting data there. Animal.trait. So that's where your error is for that.
Let's see. Index. Where do I even use index? Right there. All right.
So maybe if you're doing it down there, maybe you're doing this out of order. Maybe line 46 should come after line 49. I'm just trying to read here. Template index eat trait.
Trait equals.
All data.trait. Template index eat trait. You're just randomly trying to get a trait from the data. So where is that happening? Where's animal.data? Where's animal data?
Here. So these are what I assigned to it, depending on what the planet passed. Then it's supposed to read the template and then go and get a trait that lines up with these. Trait.avian, trait.insectile, etc. But maybe I'm just not familiar with the notation. I was using dot notation on this. We're giving it the template here. And then it's supposed to take that, spit it into there.
Yeah, but
I think it's just my unfamiliarity.
Well, sure. And so like at what point in the code was it running and it didn't? That's another indicator. And then line 46, is basically it's undefined. So something in line, like if you wanted to, like what's going on in line 46, what what feeds that? Like you're randomizing animal data dot trait
And
template dot
template.
length.
And we're assigning template a string variable up here. So
But your default is break. So if it's not getting template, then it's just undefined. It's math.floor, animal data.trait, and it's undefined. Like somewhere you're getting an undefined.
Oh, you know what? I think I caught it. It's not doing the lowercase actually. No, it should. See, because the actual JSON data, these are all lowercase from these tables, but in the table where it selects them down here, they're capital. Kind of curious.
Yeah, that could be that. It is JavaScript is case sensitive. You are dealing with strings in that case too.
Okay.
So but if you're using string to lower, that probably would have helped. But yeah, it's building again. Oh no.
Oh, still choking out. So 46 again.
Yeah, so like when something's undefined, it's probably not your random because you're randoming eyes, you're doing math floor. It's something to do with animal.trait, and then when you're passing in template.length, that's undefined. Like index is basically undefined, I believe, is what it's saying on line 46. And so obviously what you're passing into it is a whole bunch of just stuff, and you don't have something there, I would guess. Animal data.trait and template. So I see above, okay, so there you go, template is equal to animal data template, temp number, dot to lowercase.
See, and I'm not too lowercasing when I set it manually.
Why don't you put some console logs? Yeah, you might want to follow that too, but the two lowercase function should be helping you, but why don't you console log inside of like the else and see if that fires. So then we know that maybe do it before, well, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right there is good. Like I was going to say above the template equals animal, whatever, but.
Oops, that's amazing.
And you're going to use plus signs if you're going to.
Oh, sorry, my Lua coming in.
No problem.
All right, so let's do this. Let's see if it works without creating it from the planet. No, damn. And that's my else.
Well, it's your console log. Look, I just wanted to see it logged that we're going into the else. So don't worry about outputting anything. Just go back to where we did console log. Just put a string in there. It does look like it's mad about the console out template, whatever stuff. But we just want to make sure that you're hitting this else flow. That's the point of the console log. So, and you would normally put a semicolon. Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, it's gonna choke out. It's on line 47. So we're not even hitting that else branch. Notice that?
Yeah.
Did you see a console log come out?
No, only from my other one.
All right. So that means that we can go back up into the other conditions and verify that you're able to get and pass animal data.trait and basically template. Now it could be that default break. What?
It is working actually, because this part, you saw the output in the console log. My planet is cold and will have insectile life forms.
I mean, it could be your usage of dot to lowercase, you know?
Yeah.
So just either go to all to lowercase or let me verify that you're using dot to lowercase correctly.
Okay.
Because you might not be.
String. Oh, do I even need do I need closes? Duh. Yeah. Well, in a case selection?
Yes and no. I mean, if you're gonna just pick one, like nowadays, no, but if you're gonna use them, use them. Yeah.
As long as it's not gonna complain. Well, it's complaining, but still. All right. So, can I clear the console over here?
Sure.
And.
So what is that? So you look like you have an object there.
My planet is cold will have mammalian, insectile. Wow, it looks like it's going through and trying.
Right, but that's not a string. That's, can we go back?
To
That's
the
some sort
code,
of an
or
object.
47. Once again, it's choking out here.
Yep, I understand. But we are getting something back now. You console logged. You're doing all those other console logs above, correct?
Yep.
From line 23. So and we were just looking at the debugger.
Yep.
Or did any of let's not worry about line 47 for a minute, okay? Because
Right.
what it needs is it clearly needs template, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got these console logs up there that is like my planet is cold, and we'll have insectile life forms. So then now template is equal to insectile, correct?
Right. Right.
Right. So then what is going to be inside of template is going to be a string like insectile.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you trying to get when you go animal data.trait? Yeah, you're passing in the string switch, which is going to be insectile, and then you want that's supposed to see that method. Like if you just like whatever that's passing up to, it's not matching. It's not giving you back the length of that match.
Mm-hmm.
So are we certain? Like, can you console log right above line 47, console log template, and make sure that you're just getting? And did we did that already or no?
Not this batch. So
Yeah. And so then let's see like if something comes out there and make sure that our switch is all passing around. It's gonna be up higher.
yeah, it's getting there.
Where I didn't see it. Is it? Why is it doing it so many
Yeah.
times?
Because we're creating a bunch of different
Okay.
animals.
They're all say mammalian though.
Yeah.
Either way.
Oh, it's 10. We got, I think, 10. Oops, that's a blunt. We're doing this 10 times on the planet.
Yeah.
Planet's going to try and create 10 animals.
Yep.
So
And
that's why there's so many of them there.
But it's like mammalian over and over and over. But yeah, okay. So line 46 is going to say mammalian. So then right there on line 47, when you do animal data dot trait and you pass in the string mammalian, essentially dot length, you're not, its index is now undefined, which we would expect would have something returned. Like,
yeah, we're trying to return a random value between 0 and the length of that that trait, because it's picking a random choice from, let's say it was mammalian. We're trying to get any one of these between 0 at that 0 index right there, all the way down.
Yeah.
That's what that's trying to do.
Right, but the error is saying undefined. So that's, can we go back in the browser and see what the page is saying again?
Yeah.
So line 47, the index equals that, cannot read property length of undefined. So you're trying to get the length of undefined. And what would be undefined is animal.trait template. It's undefined. Like just stick a number in there. Take animal data.trait template, take all that junk out. No, not the whole line. Just take out.
Making it back up.
Yep. Take out from starting from animal data all the way, to the last brace. Like take out that to length. Yeah, animal data the other way to the right. Animal data all the way to length. Yeah. Take that stuff out and then put a number in there. Like, right. So see if you get undefined now. Can I read property 7 of undefined? But it broke at a different place, line 51. So there was no match on trait index. So I guess my only advice to you would be don't make so many code changes without testing because there's like multiple breaks here. Like,
I got a backup just in case.
Yeah, I know, but I mean it's becoming tough to debug. Like you've made a lot of code steps. So we've realized that on line 40 now 8 that they're just whatever was being called there is not returning a thing that it can get length on. Like it's not an array. It's not like how you get length on like a string even, and then that would tell you the length of the string. So that thing called template, like you could just stick template in there, template.length. And then that's going to basically be the length of mammalian.
Gotcha.
So that, I mean, that'll get you, but you're still going to have an error on line 57.
Yeah. Let's see.
Or 51.
No
Index
kidding.
0, index 2. All right. Well, okay. Let's do this. So you'll probably want to work on that offline, or maybe I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm down to keep going after it. But why don't you, if you got a moment, I'll take a commit and we can you revert your stuff? Like maybe call this the old file and bring the other one back.
Yeah.
And then, because otherwise you have to do a merge with my stuff, and I don't think I changed. Well, actually, I didn't change any of those files, but it's breaking the entire component. So, yeah, buddy. All right. If you wouldn't mind watching my screen, I'm going to show you real quick. I imported the library or framework or whatever from Material Design, and it looks like this. Where is it? I sent you a couple links.
Oh.
No, you don't have to look at it. I'm just sent you so you can check it out later. And we almost got this. So, Material UI for React is popular, and here it is right here. There's their GitHub, and then here's their example site. And I literally pulled the example navigation out of here. I went over here to click on components, and I went and I checked out buttons. And then I basically looked at, oh, that's pretty cool. I should have done this one. Text buttons. I wish I would have done this for navigation. So I'll probably swap that out. So these are input buttons, but I went to navigation, and I did menus. And again, just using the example code, here was the menu that I used, not this one. That one's kind of cool. I think I used this one. So it's real basic, right? And then I'm not saying I'm in love with it. I'm just saying I clicked on this, which gave me all the code for that, and I copied it all up, and I took everything except for the first line because we already have it, and I went over to our nav file, and I basically put it all right there, okay? And all I needed to do was like npm install, run the command for Material UI core. So now I can use this stuff. And we've got the buttons here. There's the Planet Browser label button. And then I made a couple links, menu items, dashboard, and builder, and whatever. So it's there. And then I'll quickly show you, in the interest of time, that it looks like this. So I threw in a logo using the image tag, and then there's the menus. Again, I don't love it. I'd rather use probably the buttons, the input button across the thing like that. But now I'm going to do my commit, and let me go get GitHub. And then if you grab it down, you'll be in sync. So I've made some changes, and I'll just do that real quick here.
And I'll need to install that on my side as well.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I'm going to be interested to see. Yeah, you might have. It has a package, so you'll want to quit your local and then probably restart your app, and it'll probably build it. But let me get my commit in there. Added Material UI from Google. Updated nav, and then yeah, I'll commit that and push that. And you should have it in about 3 seconds there.
Cool.
It says hanging on. Fun stuff, though. I mean, yeah, you got a bunch of code in there that it was, you know, it's better to track it down slower. Cool.
All right, let's see. I'll push mine too.
Everything runs on your side. You should maybe Make sure everything's running on your local before you commit. It's
Yeah.
probably fine, but I mean, it's just sort of a smart thing to do. The neighbors are having a big old party, it sounds like.
I can't
Cool.
hear anything, Wilmy. Good,
That's
good.
cool. I get to hear it then. Oh, this has been fun,
No,
man. We put in today was a marathon video, and it's the early days of ReactJS Live. So in a minute here, I'll do the outro and thank everybody, my mom, my brother, my cousin, and Noe for coming with us today while we're still learning
no way.
React. So that's
Call
still
me.
working. Where's the nav?
Good job. No, I was making sure all my code's working first before I push.
No, but didn't you get my stuff down?
No, I haven't installed Material UI yet.
Yeah, but I changed nav.
Let's fetch.
Yeah, I guess it should have had like a down arrow. I don't know why.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, there's the down arrow. Click on that on the right there. Yeah, buddy. So now you have a local. I wonder if it'll just build. Yeah, failed to compile. Module
Okay.
not found. Okay.
As expected.
Yep. So can you move that? So stop. Can you go back to the debugger? That was probably it for the installation, but usually what you do is go just like highlight the error, the second line there, yeah, all the way up to just before in. Yep, and search that. You're already doing it, but I just want to make sure you get the right one. And then maybe the second one. One of those. Let me see which one I Googled. But yeah, I'll recognize the command right when we see it. And it probably, maybe you had it right the first try there. It was like, go run that npm, but I just want to make sure you run the right command first. Yeah, that might be it. npm I material UI core dash dash save right there. Nope. Yep. Nope. That guy says do that. And then dash dash save will bring it down local. But I think I did like a dash global. So I don't know. Give it a shot. You might want to bring it down and save it. So like do dash dash save.
Oh, okay.
Here, look. I know exactly what I ran. It's in my terminal. Can you hang on one sec before we?
No, I cannot. I'm a very important person. I must install it. Well,
like
okay.
Fast. Yeah, shit. Yeah, go for it, bro. Do whatever. But the dash dash save will save it locally. I think I installed mine global, so it would just always be accessible. Go for it. You got to quit your. You got to Control C to quit the server. And then go ahead and run that command. But it's in the package, so yeah. That's why I installed mine globally. Like saving it's going to put it in package JSON, but you should have just got it. So let me see. npm install material UI core, and then see if I see here. Yeah, that should do it, dude. You had it right the first try on the one site you were going to look at.
Get out.
You want a link?
No, I get it.
Oh yeah, we're on the same site. There you go. And we've been using Yarn, so like.
Oh, have we? Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're using Next.js with Yarn.
That's right.
Dev.
Yarn dev. Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see if Yarn helps us out. Cool. So now you'll have it locally in your node modules. Because we don't check in our node modules package folder. We just, so hopefully that saves it.
Good point to make to the new users out there, new beginning folks like me, is you don't want to push an entire library of 35,000 files like nodes, directory, some bigger libraries, etc. We're only interested in the source code itself, where each developer on one end, like you and me, would install that thing independently on each of our sides. So yeah. All right. So
yeah, I think when we did the create next app, I think it automatically did a git ignore on node modules.
Yeah.
Israel. So man, Dojo's he's in both our groups. Thanks, Israel. Okay, let's see if this thing it's gonna load, and then you'll see the menu, and we wait. Beautiful. So yeah, so now we've got it looks kind of squished. I don't know what's up with the resolution. Does it look squished to you?
It looks a little narrow. It was talking
That's
about the
weird.
Roboto font. Maybe that's it. But
Yeah, there's probably other stuff we got to install for Material UI, but it does not look like that on my side. So yeah, I wouldn't just. I mean, here's the thing. If it's not doing it on my side and I did a certain install, I mean, go ahead and start slapping things in, but we want to install stuff with like I had a different switch, but let's work on it later. I'll work on the UI piece from material design and get it a little further because I'm going to change the menu.
okay,
And so don't worry about the UI piece for the moment.
gotcha.
But let's do this. I think we passed the 2 o'clock time frame. It's 2:20. I think we're gonna call this baby and say, man, I've learned a bunch. I mean, let's recap real quick. We did we took one component, we sort of cloned it, made a second one for your planets, and for the animal configurator, we made a configurator component that houses those two components. We then we now have index reading that in, throw in a logo, throw in material design and the navigation, a starting one, and here we are. Everything's building.
And added the planet object too.
That too. That's a big one. So this has been great, man. I had a good time. We even got flagged for playing classic music by Facebook. So, and
your copyright's copyright.
Dude, you didn't do another green screen, man. Did you have any?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
He's been behind me.
I know, but you didn't do the other ones. You were gonna switch it up.
Yeah, I had some issues with the screen share action. Yeah, I'm having some.
Well, bro, I gotta thank you for all your patience and your and you had the joke of the day on this feed, this longer video. I normally say on a scale of 5 out of 5, what would you give us? But I already know it's
10.
Oh man!
10
oh man!
Across the board, and that was unsolicited. Check to me.
Next time we code, I think we're just like we should just. Sometimes we want to go over stuff, and sometimes we'll just want to code and nail stuff out. So we'll probably get started coding a little bit faster next time. Just get right into it. What do you think?
Yeah. And I think it helped having something each of us wanted to accomplish, and hopefully they didn't overlap. Just like today was perfect. Like you said, someone works on one module, the other guy works on another module. We both push. We share at the end of the session what they did, what they didn't do, what we were expecting them to do, and I think it's beneficial across the board. We're doing really good, I think.
Yeah, we're learning. We learned a little bit about use effect. We got to learn more about state and props and usage of it with the UI components. I also put a bugs.txt file in the public folder. So whenever you see a bug, let's log it until we find a better way to do that. But this has been awesome, dude. And Mario, I've had a lot of fun. Thank you so much, man.
Man, pleasure was all on this side of the webcam, Chad. So definitely, I hope people take this video to heart. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be an expert or intermediate. Just jump on in, do the screen share with us. You don't even have to put it on camera. You can just kind of stealthily join. But if you tune in, you're going to learn something. You may have to put up with some goofy jokes, but
oh yeah, for sure.
If I can do it, anyone can.
You're doing great, bro. I know you just got into the web stuff recently, so you're doing really well.
Man.
All right, well, from everybody at ReactJS Live, be sure to smash that like button over on our YouTube channel. And thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.